good. Oh, I'm good. Thank you, sir. Oh. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's perfect. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm on Group 9, Channel 12.
Okay. You're coming in loud and clear up here.
That's a good thing.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Your level hasn't changed at all. You're clear and good.
Okay. Part of it may be the micro transmitter,
Okay.
but that's the clearest place I found, so.
Okay, well, you're good. Roll with it.
All right.
You tell me otherwise.
Very good.
Okay. Well, that's what we got. Okay.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Bernalillo, New Mexico. Time for Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. As a new season begins tonight here from Spartans Stadium in Bernalillo, as the Cats and the Spartans will kick off the 2022 district season. Of course, Bernalillo joining our district this year, or maybe we're joining theirs. Maybe we're just teaming up. However you want to look at it, we're in the same district, and so we're a little bit north of Albuquerque tonight, getting ready for the first game in this district schedule. I'm TJ Miracle. High above Spartan Stadium, Dawn Morgan patrols the field side for us tonight. And great to have you back on the field. Of course, Lovington, no game last week as they were on a bye week, but they come in with a little momentum. 1-6 on the season, but that one was a huge win in Santa Fe 2 weeks ago, Dawn.
Yeah, it was. It was a great win for the guys, and it was good to see them really stretch things out in that game and start just really looking like, you know, the Wildcats that we've come to know and love. So you were really looking forward to the start of this. I think they are pumped up. They're amped up. I think that if they come in and play and start with the tone that they set at the beginning of the Santa Fe game, they're going to be just fine. You know, they started that game so focused, so concentrated on what they were doing. They were executing really well, and they just looked confident. And with every touchdown that went on the board, they looked even more settled and really into their game. So I hope that is the Wildcat team that we see on the field at the very beginning. They came off. The captains were out there for the coin toss, and they came back over. And one of the assistant coaches was here, and you know he just said, "Hey, let's from the get-go, from the very first jump, let's dominate, guys. Let's dominate." So they seemed definitely really pumped. And I've got one of the refs up here, I over here on the sidelines. So they've begun to scatter and
a
make
group
their way.
of nice gentlemen. They asked us.
Very nicely.
They did some confirming about how much time we would need break-wise and timeouts and things. So
very nice.
Apparently they're supposed to be doing that this year, and that is a first. So
okay. All right,
we
then.
Definitely appreciate that.
All right. Looks like he may be waiting to talk to me for just a moment, so I'm going to click off the mic and see if I need to check with him about something. Okay?
All right, and we'll take a quick timeout and come back and continue. This is the Stone Oil Field Services pregame show here on Z94 KZOR. Back here in Bernalillo, New Mexico, getting ready for the start of the district season between our Lovington Wildcats and the Bernalillo Spartans. I'm TJ Miracle. Don Morgan patrols field side. Of course, this is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show from the good folks at Stone Oilfield Services. Great supporters and proud supporters of all Lovington athletics. So we talked a little bit about Lovington. Bernalillo comes in. They are 2-4 on the season under head coach John Kobos. They are right now seeded number 10 as we begin play tonight. It's kind of been an up and down year for Coach Kobos' squad. They started out with a big loss to Valley, 36-0. Then they went to Espanola Valley up north of Santa Fe and destroyed Espanola Valley. Then back here at Spartan Stadium, they took on Del Norte and pretty much wiped them off the field. Then they went to Moriarty just over the mountain and had an overtime loss in that one, 19-13. Then they played Taos here at home. That's always a tough task when you play Taos anywhere. They're usually pretty tough. 21-6 the final in that one. And their last game, which was a Saturday affair against Los Alamos up there, was a 1-point loss, 35-34 for this Bernalillo team as they move through. I mean, we're really looking probably they're going to be, math is, as we all know, is not my strong suit, but they're averaging around 20 points a game or so. Giving up right about the same, that they are on a 3-game losing streak. Lovington would love nothing more than to make that a 4-game streak. Of course, for the Cats, keys to the game, I think, Don, well, we've got a couple of minutes to talk about it. They've got to get consistent play both out of Ashton Aranda tonight and out of the line. On Dallas Cardenas, Anson Marquez, Ryan Weiser, Cameron Ochoa, Alec Olguin, they're probably going to keep things going, but it's going to be up to Aranda to get those playmakers the ball, and it's going to be up to the line to block and give them holes.
Yeah, definitely. These guys have got to, from the very first, they need to play consistently, play together. We saw a real unified, team effort. It seemed like the offense and the defense both were really firing on all pistons. They were all on the same page and working really well and responding and even making, changes. They really came out, and I think it's going to be really important for them to just be successful in whatever the drive is that they are on at the very beginning. So they're definitely going to want to be the team that came out against Santa Fe. And, of course, Santa Fe, Bernalillo's not Santa Fe. But these guys are definitely going to have to just try to dominate from the very beginning. Try to dominate, set the tone, possess the football as much time as they can. And again, yeah.
And going to be very important tonight for the Cats to stop the run when they're on defense. Bernalillo is a team that they run it about 2/3 of the time, so about two-thirds running, about 1/3 passing. They've got kind of a 3-headed monster in David Yanez, Diego Molinar, and their quarterback Uriel Castro. They can all run the ball, and they can all do some damage with their legs. Lovington at times has had a little bit of issue stopping the run, so it's going to be important, especially for the linebackers, to stay in their lanes, to stay in their holes, and to stay on their assignments.
Right, do their job. Everybody do their job, execute as well as they can, and if they do that, they should be fine. If they just be very consistent and come out, be aggressive. But, they played really well. They did not have a lot of penalties against Santa Fe either. They were playing
they did not.
Good to, pretty clean
football. I think
football.
4 in the game. So.
And but they need to be physical. That's something that we've heard the coach talk about all season, is working on their physicality against teams. And they demonstrated that against Santa Fe. So they need to come out and be as physical as they can, with this Bernalillo team, and, controlled aggression, so that they don't get a lot of penalties, but they are aggressive, and they go out and take what they want.
Yes, and that's something that is going to be very important for the Wildcats as Bernalillo comes out onto the field tonight. Of course, we got some special guests in the stadium tonight, over on your side of the stadium, as a matter of fact, as the Lovington Big Blue Band has made the trip. They have a competition tomorrow here in Albuquerque area, so best of luck to the Big Blue Band. And great to have them here tonight. I understand they will be performing our national anthem here in a few minutes.
Oh, very good, very good. Yes, they are behind me in the stands, and a lot of Lovington folks have really packed the visitor stands over here.
I think I saw them all, and we saw them all when we were at the our little rest stop at Klein's Corner. So getting ready for the national anthem. So we'll put a wrap on the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We'll take a timeout, come back with the kickoff. This is Wildcat football. This is Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. With Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, Don Morgan patrolling fields out. I'm TJ Miracle high above Spartan Stadium. Kickoff will be right at 70 degrees with a light breeze out of the south. The Cats are wearing the road whites with the blue letters and numbers, the blue pants. Of course, the white hats with the Cats in script on the side. For the home team, Bernalillo Spartans, they will be in the home grays, all gray uniforms, pretty sharp out there. White letters and numbers with red trim and red hats with the Spartan logo on the side of the helmets. So just about ready to go in this one. The Wildcats won the toss and have elected to receive. So Coach G not messing around as we start district. Lovington 1-6, but still number 4 in Class 4A. So important to get the wins. And so it looks like kicking off for the Bernalillo High School Spartans. That young man will turn around. It's an 8-something, 82. That'll be Ulysses Castro. So Castro will kick it off for the Spartans. And ready to go. Football action as the district season kicks off tonight from here in Bernalillo, New Mexico. So Castro has it teed up and waiting on the signal, and there it comes. The whistle is sounded, and Castro will come up, and he will boot a little squibber, and it's going to get past the first line. Lovington going to pick it up on the run. That is going to be Olguin. Has a hole. He's across the 35 to the 40-yard line, and it'll be Lovington football, 1st and 10 from the 40. Not bad for a little muff, and then Olguin just picking it up and taking off.
Yeah, it was such a low kick, and I think it surprised everybody. You just expect it that it's really going to, be up in the air. And it wasn't really, it just was what it was. And Olguin did the best he could with it. Really nice. Not bad field position at all, 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Lovington Wildcats. First game of the district season. Lovington going to come out with 2 tight ends on the right side, and everybody flying across. A blitz was coming from Bernalillo. The question is, did they come earlier? Did they get pulled? And it will be offsides on Bernalillo, so give Lovington a free 5. It'll be first down and 5.
Yeah, nice.
I think just a little bit antsy there for the Spartans. And now the Cats are going to have an idea of the kind of pressure that they can bring. Looks like the Bernalillo's got some size up front. So it'll be first down and 5. Move the ball up to the 48-yard line. They are in the big Spartan head at center field. Aranda from the shotgun with a man in the backfield with him. Blitz coming. Pitch it over to the right side. That's Ochoa. He is met shy of midfield and knocked backwards. He's going to have a yard, maybe 2, before he is hit and stopped. Initial hit put on by Christian Llanos, where he was brought down. And that was Ochoa, right, Dawn?
Yes.
So a pickup of, call it 1 officially. So it'll be second down and 4 for the Wildcats. So second down and 4, just shy of midfield. Aranda from the shotgun. Ochoa in the backfield with him. Hammond's been getting the starts. Lovington keeping everybody in tight. Hand it off. Ochoa starts it right, comes back left, crosses midfield, stretches out, and is going to be downed inside Bernalillo territory at the 48-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 and move the chains. First down, Cats. Give credit for that tackle to number 55, Anthony Crespin. He got the first hit, and he was assisted on that one by number 52, Eloy V. Hill. So first and 10 for the Wildcats inside Spartan territory from the Spartan 46-yard line. Just underway, start of the district opener here in Bernalillo. Keeping everybody in tight again, single back with Aranda. Gets it. Delayed handoff, and Cameron gets it, but not a lot of room to run. He's going to get about a yard before he is brought down. Javon Mays McChristen brings him down. So Ochoa, 3 carries now and 8 yards. It'll be second down and 9.
It's important for the Cats to just keep the momentum going. Just keep the chains moving, move forward, and don't get caught in.
Trying to establish the running game early. Now they're going to split twins to the right and a single man to the left. Split backs in the backfield for a little bit of extra protection. Rolling right is Aranda. Looks downfield, has time, throws it, has a man. That is complete.
It's complete.
And is that
Olguin?
Caesar? It's Olguin. Okay, so Olguin is going to get 13 yards on the completion and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
I like that. It was a fake.
Just play action, yeah.
Yeah, it was a fake. Aranda rolled out, and he got rid of it really quickly. And Olguin kind of had to work to get open. And then he really worked to just drag both toes before he got out of bounds. Good work.
So spot the ball at the 35-yard line. First and 10 from the Cats. Inside Spartan territory, their opening possession. Twins left, twins right. Fake the handoff. Ashton keeps it himself, but he's hitting the backfield. Nowhere to go. He's going to lose yardage on the designed quarterback run. Diego Molinar, the first man to hit him, and he's going to lose, looks like, 3 on the play, second and 13.
Yeah, Michael Ash was in on that on the other side of the sandwich.
So caught in a Spartan sandwich. Aranda going to have to figure something else out as on Dallas Cardenas checks in. He and Ochoa make a nice thunder and lightning punch back there for the Cats. And they're going to come out and they're going to put Cardenas on the right shoulder of Aranda. Trips to the right, single man down to the left. Now they're going to split Ochoa to quads on the right side. Second and 13, back to pass. Aranda pressured, steps up, throws it down the middle, and almost gets it picked off. He had Olguin. It got through the intended, or one of the defenders, I should say, and fell harmlessly incomplete.
Yeah.
If Alec can hold on to that, it is gone for 6. It's third and 13.
It went through his hands. He never even got a hand on it. It looked from your angle like he probably did, but it went through his hands. It was a little above him, and it was number 4, Encinias, who almost picked it off.
So from the 38-yard line, third down and 13. Cats need to get it to the 25-yard line, but we had a penalty on the play, and that's a biggie. That was a 15-yarder. Must have been a personal foul. I didn't catch it. And so that'll be a personal foul on Bernalillo. 2 penalties, 20 yards for them.
Yeah,
and it moves the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Nice. That flag is sitting back there on the 5-yard line. Nobody's picked it up.
So now it'll be first down and 10. They'll move them inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Aranda from the shotgun, split backs in the backfield. Hand it off to Cardenas. Coming left side. He crosses the 20. Drags a couple guys with him down to the, call it, the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Dallas Cardenas to the left side, and 2nd down and 3. We've talked about this all season long, Dawn, and it's all about keeping your down and distance manageable. And when you've got runners that are getting 4, 5, 6 yards a carry, you can do that.
That was another really gutsy run by Cardenas. He really gutted out an extra 3 or 4 yards.
From the near hash mark, one receiver split out wide to the right, a couple of tight ends bunched in. Take the handoff, and Aranda going to hand it off to Ochoa, and he makes a man miss before he gets upended and tripped up inside the 10 at the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 for Ochoa and move the chains. 1st and goal, Wildcats.
Nice to see it. He would have been in the end zone had it not been for number 1, Jacob Pino, tripping him up.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line for the Wildcats. On the march, their opening possession. 7:49 remaining in the first quarter. Lovington on the march, but no score as of yet. Aranda from the shotgun. Single back is Cardenas on his right shoulder. Twins to the right side. They'll look at the option pitch. Actually, that's Ochoa, and nowhere for Ashton to go, and so it'll wind up being go down as a sack, as Ashton going to lose 3 yards on the play. So Ashton going backwards, and because that was a design pass play, it'll go down as a sack, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 13. Make it the 12 officially. And he stepped out, so it stops the clock with 7.5 to go.
Bernalillo, the line jumped really quickly, and just pursuing him, ran him right out of bounds.
Bernalillo with just one safety. Gonna go with man coverage. So 2nd and goal from the 13. Aranda with it, has time. Looks left, now rolls left. Pressured, still running, rolling. Gonna tuck it, take it himself. Skips for the sideline. Goes to the corner of the end zone and is gonna be just shy of the goal line. But he's gonna pick up 11 yards, looks like, and it'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.
Yeah, nice run. And, he just, it was, I think it was more like the 2. I think they're gonna spot it at the 3.
All right, so spotted at the 3 officially. 3rd and goal from the 3. But Aranda making something happen. Good coverage down the field by Bernalillo's secondary to keep anybody from popping open.
A good scramble by him, tiptoeing right, just inbounds, barely.
So on 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, Lovington knocking on the door. Ochoa on the right shoulder of Aranda. Ashton sends a man in motion. That's Olguin. Handed off to Olguin on the end around. He's going for the far right corner, and he is hit from behind and clobbered. He's going to lose a yard on it. That was good pursuit by Bernalillo, and just nowhere that Alec could go. He's going to lose a yard, so 4th and goal from the 4.
Yeah, he was trying to run, and he was trying to get speedy enough to cut the corner and go into the end zone.
And was that Dalen Chosa that chased him down, number 23?
Yep.
Kid's got some speed because Alec is a burner.
Yeah, he's
and they actually give him a yard, so it's 4th and goal from the 1. So 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. Cats will go for it. G means go. Send a man in motion. Aranda from the shotgun. Rolls left side. Looks to pass. Looking. Throws it back across his body and skips it into the turf. His intended target over there was Weiser, but it'll be incomplete. And so over on downs, that's not what the Cats wanted. The Spartans have a long way to go, a 99-yard field, but still you wanted to cash in on that one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that hurts to turn it over. But at least they're pinned way back, and actually, it's kind of dangerous to be starting a drive right on the 1-yard line.
Of course, remember, Bernalillo is a run-first offense. They can and will pass it, but they do run it 2/3 of the time. So Uriel Castro will come out. He is the quarterback. Got a single back in the backfield with him from their own 1-yard line, and flags fly. And not sure what the call's going to be.
Oh, he's counting players. He thinks there's
too many players on the field.
He thought there was too many players on the field. Yeah.
Picks up the flag and waves it off. So no harm, no foul. There was 11 on both sides. So play on. So we'll try this again as Castro from the shotgun, single back in the backfield with him. Lovington with everybody up tight. Good snap. Castro from the back of his own end zone fires across the middle, has a man. It is complete out to the 5-yard line. It is a 4-yard completion.
That's number 2, Espinida.
Espinda is the second favorite target, so it's a 4-yard gain to Espineda. So the 4-yard completion. Now it'll be 2nd down and 6. Right at the halfway point of a fast-moving first quarter. Lovington on a drive, but stalled out. And we've seen that way too many times this year, the offense stalling out inside the 5-yard line. But Bernalillo with a long way to go. 2nd down and 6 from their 5. Again, Castro from the shotgun. High snap, handles it. Lovington comes in. He throws it across the middle and was trying to get a man on a crossing route, Sean Armijo, but under pressure, misfires, and it'll be 3rd down and 6 to go.
Pretty good pass coverage on him. Matt Garcia was back.
And Ezekiel Guzman getting in there and putting the pressure on Castro. So now an important 3rd down and 6 to go for Bernalillo. A little surprised they came out throwing the ball around. Again, they're normally a running team. Trying to catch Lovington sleeping. They're going to split twins left, twins right. Single back in the backfield. Now they're going to move that back. That's Yanez. Over to the other shoulder, and flags fly, and somebody move. False start on Bernalillo, so that'll be their 3rd penalty because they're at the 5. It'll be half the distance to the goal. And so it goes from 3rd and 6 to 3rd and 8. So 3rd down and 8, but Lovington cannot get complacent here. 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter of play. No score. Bernalillo on their opening possession.
It's interesting. You're saying 3rd and 8. The announcer said 3rd and 9. They have 3rd and 11 on the board.
Well, we'll all get it right at some point. We'll go with 3rd and 9 because that's where they've got the sticks marked.
They fixed it now.
So now 3rd down and 9. Castro from his own end zone. Yanez in the backfield with him. Good snap. Pressure comes. Lets it fly near side. Has a man across the 10 out to about the 12-yard line to Espineda. He's going to be brought down. Call it at the 12, and he needed 9. He gets 11, and it'll be a 1st down for Bernalillo.
Ooh, yep. Espineda going to be somebody that Lovington's going to have to try to control.
Yes, it is. So 1st down as they get it out, mark it officially at the 14-yard line. Bernalillo gets out of the shadow of their own goalpost with 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. No score. Twins to the left, twins to the right from the near hash mark. From my perspective, Castro, high snap, hands it off to Yanez, who starts it to the right, takes it back left, is met by the Lovington cat line.
Number 6,
down.
yeah, DeMarcus Thompson making that big stop.
And good to see Thompson back in, and so Yanez, his first carry of the ball game, is going to lose 2 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Way to go for the Cats to sniff that out and stay home.
Yeah, defensive execution.
So a 2nd down and 12. 4 and change remaining in the first quarter, a fast-moving first. Molinar checks in as the running back with Castro. Twins to the left and twins to the right. Lovington with 4 men across the front. Send a man in motion from the left to the right. Castro with it, drops back, wings it near side, and overthrows Armijo, who's been his favorite target this season, and it'll be incomplete, and so now it'll be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, that throw was way off, way upstairs, but it was Cameron Ochoa with good coverage on him, though.
And watch out for Espineda. They like to send him, at least here early in this one, on either a little crossing route or a little curl. So stay with him at 3rd down and 12. 3 minutes, 56 seconds remaining. First quarter, 3rd and 12 for the Spartans of Bernalillo. The blue and white trying to stop the red and gray. Lovington going to show blitz, and we've got whistles everywhere, and I think somebody moved again. And it will be false start on Bernalillo again. I think they were getting just a little bit antsy, so now it'll be 3rd down and 17. 4 penalties, 27 yards for the Spartans. They are moving the wrong way, but they are sure taking a lot of time.
Yeah, this has been a fast-moving first quarter.
Yes, it has. Castro from the shotgun. As twins to the right, one to the left. Back to pass. Coming near side, overthrows his intended target. And the only person that had a shot at that one was Cesar Gonzalez.
Yeah, he watched it sail over his head.
As Pino turned in, and that ball was thrown out. So now it'll be 4th and 17. You got to think it'll be punt time for the Spartans.
Well, you got to think. Let's definitely hope.
Watch for the fake as Olguin back deep to receive. And it'll be Castro taking it out. Maybe a case of he's the punter as well. Yep, they will go into a punt formation, looks like. So setting up back around the 35-yard line is Olguin. Waiting on the snap, high snap. Lovington comes after it, can't get to it. It's a spinner that bounces at the 35, takes a huge Bernalillo bounce and is inside the Lovington 45 all the way back to the Lovington 40-yard line. So that turned into a huge 50-yard punt. And so Lovington will take over with 3:29 remaining in the first quarter, 1st and 10, but no score. Defense did a nice job on that opening possession. Got helped by a couple of Bernalillo penalties.
Hey, we'll take it any way we can get it.
Yes, they will. So from the 40-yard line in their own territory, Lovington will bring it back out, 1st down and 10. Great to have you with us on a beautiful Friday night for football. From here in the Albuquerque Metro, just north of Albuquerque and Bernalillo. We've played a lot of basketball here over the years. Bernalillo's gym is the site of the opening round of the small school state tournament. Neither here nor there. Zaranda back out on the field. Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield. Ashton claps the hands. That one bounces into him. He's going to hand it off on a busted play to Cardenas, and he's going to get it up to the 45-yard line. If it is not for number 12, Sean Armijo, grabbing onto the shoelaces, I think Cardenas is gone. Not bad for a busted play to get 4 yards out of it. 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, I think only Cardenas, could actually take lemons and make lemonade out of that play.
So 2nd down and 6, just shy of the 45-yard line. Make it the 44. Twins left, Twins right. Cats are moving from the south to the north. Hand it off, Cardenas, big hole right side, crosses into Bernalillo territory, all the way down to the 44-yard line, 46-yard line. So that's going to be 6 and 4. That is 10, and move the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. It was, Sean Armijo making the stop.
So now it'll be 1st and 10 inside Bernalillo territory at the Spartan 46-yard line. 2:40, make that 2:51 remaining here in the first quarter. Still no score. Of course, the opening game of district. With Twins left, Twins right. Great crowd on hand here tonight. Hand it off, and Cardenas again just takes it over the right guard and bangs it across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. So it'll be a pickup of 3. Yep, we'll call it a 3-yard gain. 4 on Dallas. 2nd down and 7.
Another gutsy run by Cardenas. He is not afraid to be physical. He's not afraid to just throw his body.
Luciano Gallegos with a big hit on him. But yeah, you're absolutely right, Don. Not afraid to get physical at all. The 2nd down and 7 from the Bernalillo 43-yard line. Good snap, Aranda with it, looks to pass, goes down the seam, has a man, is Gonzalez with it, but cannot hold on to it. Gonzalez had it, got clocked. Good coverage down the field, incomplete, and it'll be a 3rd and 7.
So close. He was right where he needed to be, and that was a great throw.
I think Gonzalez may have just been hearing some footsteps a little bit, and he did get his clock clean for his trouble, just not able to hang on with a big hit. Was that Espindo over there that got the hit on him?
He was one of them in on that, but there were a couple of Spartans there. Yeah, it was a nice throw by Aranda.
Yes,
a real bullet. He got rid of it really quickly.
2nd down, 3rd and 7. Make that. Aranda with it. Ashton flushed, rolls right, throws right. Coming back to get it is Gonzalez, and he'll get it, but he'll be short of the 1st down. He's across the 40 to the 39-yard line.
That was number 20, Ryan Weiser.
Oh, that was Weiser. I'm sorry. I just saw the number flash. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, make it a 4-yard pickup for Weiser, and now it'll be 4th down and 3. So decision time for Coach G, and I think I know what that decision is going to be.
Oh, yeah, Gio. To sure all the way. Yeah, no special team movement over here. It's all go all the way.
So from the Bernalillo 39-yard line, it'll be 4th down and 3. Cat's going to go for it again. Twins left, Twins right. Aranda may try the hard count. Has time, rolls to the near side, looking, tosses it, and overthrows Olguin on the left sideline. Incomplete. I think if he grabs that one and just takes off, he has the 1st down, but it'll be the 2nd over on downs for the Wildcats. And Bernalillo will have their best field position of the ball game with 1:18 to go in the first quarter. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 39-yard line.
Yeah, I think if he just run another couple yards, he would have had that first down.
He was being very careful not to cross the line of scrimmage before
Right.
he let it fly. Again, I think he tucks
True.
it and goes. He's got that 3 they need and maybe a couple of more. But give it back to Bernalillo. No score, 1:18 to go, first quarter. Lovington and Bernalillo here at the open of district. So Castro with Yanez in the backfield with him. Send a man left and a man right. Castro claps the hands it to Yanez. He's coming near side, under pursuit and pressure, gets away from the first, turns it up the field. He's across the 50 to the 40 with one man to beat and finally run out by Alec Olguin and Matthew Garcia. But a huge gain. That's 10, 20, 30, 33 yards for Yanez and move the chains. First down for the Spartans.
And you know, Giannis is just so quick. He's so quick. And number 14, Leo Reyes, got hands around his ankles but could not stop him, couldn't bring him down.
And so it'll be first down and 10 from the Lovington 30-yard line. Bernalillo, we talked about it in the pregame show. Lovington has got to be careful with the run, but we had a penalty after the play. We must have had a hold at the very end, or was it a, let's see where they move them back to. They're going to take them back to the 45. We had an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, so another 15-yarder on Bernalillo moves them all the way back to the, call it the 43-yard line. So it'll be first and 10 from the 43-yard line after Bernalillo with another penalty. Castro drops back to pass, guns it across the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended target, Armijo, and almost picked off by Cardenas.
Yeah.
Incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10.
Oh, it was so close. Cardenas could taste it, but not to be. But at least it wasn't complete. So
Yeah, Dallas kind of popped the helmet and then the hands, like, could have had that one.
Right.
So second and 10, incomplete. Ball at the 43-yard line inside Lovington territory. Yanez again, the deep back with Castro. Twins left, one right. Take the handoff, hand it to Yanez, right up the gut. He's got some room, and he is up the seam, and he is gone. He's the 20, 15, 10, 5, and Bernalillo will strike first on the 43-yard run by Yanez, and Bernalillo takes the early 6-0 lead. 3 carries, 74 yards for Yanez. Lovington did not stay at home, didn't stay in their lanes that time, got over-aggressive.
We have a Lovington player down at midfield.
So a man down. The point after will come in just a moment. So with a man down, we will go ahead and take a 30-second injury timeout. This is Wildcat football. Ryan Weiser is up and moving after getting probably the wind knocked out of him. Thanks for that off air telling me that, Don Morgan. But it's still a touchdown for Bernalillo, a 43-yard scamper for Yanez, as Lovington didn't keep the linebackers at home, and they paid for it. So now the point after to come by Yanez. But great to see Weiser up and moving under his own power.
Yep, defense just got to seal up the gaps and finish the tackles.
And now up to the offense to answer back on their next possession. And Yanez, he's going to be a little bit winded. I mean, he just ran 43 yards at a dead sprint. Now he's going to kick the extra point out of the hold of Pino. And the snap is a little low, but they get to it and kick it up, and it is good as it'll sneak inside the left upright. So with 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, Bernalillo strikes first. They lead 7-0. Wildcat football continues in 1 minute here on KZOR. Yanez runs 43 yards for the touchdown, then kicks the extra point through, and with 51 seconds to go in the first quarter, Bernalillo 7, Lovington nothing. Ulysses Castro to kick it off for the Spartans. Welcome back to Bernalillo, New Mexico, just north of Albuquerque. It'll be another low squibber. It's going to go through. It's going to be picked up by Olguin. He gets it, gets a good block. He's across the 35 and tripped up a shoestring tackle as he crosses the 35 out to about the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think they'll probably spot it just right on the 38-yard line, maybe 37. We'll see.
Well, let's see. Yep, looks like they're going to say 30. Wow,
39.
36.
Yeah, yep, 36.
So they're going to say
actually.
the knee went down at the 36. Good
A
pursuit.
stab.
Bernalillo closed that hole, and good pursuit for him over there. But now up to Lovington to answer. 47 seconds to go, first quarter. And now the Cats trail by a touchdown. Time to see if they can get the offense in gear. So 1st and 10. Miranda from the shotgun, single back in the backfield. Put a man in motion. That's Gonzalez to the left side. Hand it off, and they run to the left, and Cardenas bounces off the first, bounces off the second, crosses the 45 out to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 11. Was that Cardenas or was that Ochoa?
It was Ochoa. It was 24 Ochoa.
So 24 for Cameron, and move the chains. First down, Cats their 6th first down of the quarter. 5 carries, 26 yards for Ochoa. I'm not at my normal angle up top, so.
They are pumped up. The sideline's noisy. The stands are noisy. These Wildcats are ready to score. I think they're ready to take
Ochoa
this all the
stays
way
in the
down.
ball game, is on the right shoulder. Good snap. Fake the handoff. Ashton on the keeper. Has it himself and will get right to midfield before he is met and dropped by Sean Armijo. But it's still good for 4 yards on the keeper. 2nd down and 6. 4 carries, 9 yards for Ashton Aranda. And whistles sound as the gun sounds on the first quarter. So we've played one here in Bernalillo District Opener. And Bernalillo leads our Cats 7-0. We're back in 1 minute on Z94 KZOR. Back here in Bernalillo, start of the second quarter. Bernalillo leads in the district opener 7-0. 2nd and 6 right at midfield. We flip the field. Cats have it 2nd and 6. Trailing by a touchdown. Hand it off, coming near side, Cardenas. He's got some room as he crosses the 45 across the 40 and down to the 36-yard line and move the chains. First down, Cats. It's a pickup of 14 for Dallas as he went over the guard and 1 man away from breaking it loose. 38 yards on 5 carries for Cardenas from the 36-yard line.
Cardenas already having a nice game. Good one.
Yes, he has, but the Cats have not had too much trouble moving the ball, but don't have anything to show for it. They trail 7-0.
Converting when it counts. That's what's the trouble.
Good snap, fake the handoff. Aranda keeps it himself, comes near side. He's across the 30, cuts it back inside the 20. Still on his feet and brought down about the 19-yard line. Finally hit from behind
by
and brought
V.
down
Hill.
by V. Hill.
Yeah.
But it's a big gain. He's going to be at the 20, so that's a 16-yard keeper for Ashton and move the chains for the 8th time. First down, Wildcats.
You can just feel how much the offense is chomping at the bit over here. The Cats frustrated by getting so close twice and being denied. They are ready.
So inside the Bernalillo red zone, the Nowell Pharmacy red zone. Twins left, twins right for the Cats from the far hash mark. Aranda with Ochoa in the backfield. Fake it, throw it, and that one underthrown. A dangerous throw, incomplete. Was trying to get Olguin, but Olguin hadn't even turned around. He had Pino and also
Diego Molinar. Molinar almost picked it off.
Ashton not having a good night on the passing attack. He's only 2 of 7. So incomplete, 2nd and 10 from the 20. I think they may need to think about throwing some wide receiver screens or something just to see if they can get Ashton his timing down a little bit better. Twins left, Twins right. Single back in the backfield is Ochoa. Hand it to Ochoa, goes over the right side, has some room, and he's across the 15 to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Cameron. He's got 32 yards on 6 carries, and so now it is 3rd down and about 4.
And he was brought down by Armijo. Armijo the first to get to him. Otherwise, he had again really good run going. He's just got that speed, that instant little impulse speed.
Like I said, they've got thunder and lightning, and they've got Ochoa, who's really the lightning. He's faster than Cardenas, but Cardenas will just bowl you over. They keep Ochoa in on 3rd down and 4. Take the handoff. They throw the screen this time to the far side to Gonzalez, but he runs backwards, and he's going to lose 3 yards on the play. If Caesar just goes forward instead of trying to get away over on that far side from B. Hill, he may have the 1st down. He'll lose 3 yards, and it'll be 4th and 7.
Again, that was Diego Molinar in on that stop, just the pressure coming from him as well.
I apologize about the camera work. I'm working on my offhand tonight. And we appreciate the Bernalillo schools allowing us to do our video stream. And so it is another 4th down. Lovington 0 for 2 on 4th down. Twins left, Twins right, fake the pitch. Ashton keeps it himself, rolls right side, tucks it, takes it himself. He's inside the 10 and is going to be run out of bounds at about the 2-yard line. So he's going to take it to the 2. It'll be a 15-yard gain for Ashton on the keeper, and it'll be 1st and goal Wildcats.
Ooh, big breath, big sigh of relief here, as that was a nice run.
Yes, it was. So they mark him officially at the 7-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 7. Cats in the red zone and trying to do what they can. They have stalled out here already once tonight. High snap. Hand it to Cardenas, who is hit immediately, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no gain on the play. Credit where credit is due as Bernalillo came through and got to him quickly. The initial hit put on by Armijo. So no gain for Cardenas. 2nd and goal from the 7.
Lovington got to do whatever it takes to penetrate through that Spartan defense and get some more positive yards.
So from the 7-yard line, 8:52 remaining first half. Lovington trails 7-0, but knocking on the door. 2nd and goal from the 7. Deep back is Cardenas from the pistol formation this time. Pitch it to Cardenas, going left side. Now he's going to cut it back to the right, looking for some room, and as he's inside and at the goal line, bangs it in. Yes, sir, 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats on Dallas. Cardenas takes it in from 7 yards out, and the Cats are on the board.
Wow, what great broken field running. I mean, he zigged, he zagged. He had to be so quick, back and forth, picked his way through defenders into the end zone. Great run.
So now the point after to come for the Wildcats. Trying to tie this one up at 7 apiece. 8.5 to go here in the first half. As the snap is down, the kick is up, and booting it through is Jose Ornelas, and it is good. 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half. We're all tied at 7. This is Lovington Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Dallas Cardenas takes it into the end zone from 7 yards out, and then Ornelas boots through the point after. And with 8.5 minutes remaining in the first half of play, we're all tied at 7. District opener from here in Bernalillo tonight between the blue and white and the crimson and gray.
Yeah, and on Dallas, just passed him a while ago, puffing, sweating, very happy. He also made a point to reach out and thank Jaden Vasquez and Valente Herrera for blocks, kind of helping lead his way. But that was a brilliant run.
Yeah, very good run as he started it left and then saw nothing was going, and so he cut it back right and went in. So Lovington to kick it off as Ornelas will tee it up at the 40. Jose Ornelas, the junior. Normally the backup kicker, but Lucas Contreras not with us tonight. From the 40-yard line, looks like Bernalillo going to have a couple of men back deep. They're going to stack them up. 5 men across the front and 2 about 10 yards back. Going to try and keep Lovington honest. Keep him from getting anything kind of in that little dead zone here. So Ornelas with it teed up. He'll come back and he will boot it towards the south end zone. It's a short kick, and it'll be fielded at the 30. Coming across the 35, Pino. The 35, but good coverage by the Lovington special teams. Gonzalez in on that stop. Matthew Garcia also. And big number 52, Brennan Garcia, too.
Hagen Lizardo and Alec O'Gean.
I think that's what the definition of a gang tackle. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans from their own 35-yard line, all knotted up at 7 apiece. 8:29 remaining here in this first half of play. Quick moving first half thus far. Lovington gonna need to stay in the lanes with the secondary and with the linebackers. Yanez is the deep back with Castro. Twins to the left and one to the right. Calling out the signals from the shotgun. Castro sends a man in motion. That's Armijo. High snap, handles it, hands it to Yanez. He's going to go to that left side. He's hit in the backfield and dropped. He's going to lose a couple on the play. Nothing doing for Yanez on that one. 2nd and 12.
That was Cameron Ochoa who made that stop. Awesome. Sniffed it out and really quick got to and brought him down.
Ochoa may be playing a little spy on the back there.
Yeah, Ochoa with a good finish. He really, good technique on the tackle, brought him down.
Wrapped him up and held on. It's another thing, Lovington sometimes tends to get a little sloppy in arm tackle some.
Yeah.
But not on that one. 2nd down and 12. Good play for the Cat defense and Ochoa. Twins to the left, one to the right. As Castro calls out the signal. Good snap. 3-step, make it a 5-step drop. Slings it across the middle and has a man, but it is in and out of the hands of Nate Encinias, his intended target. He curled in and got in front of Garcia on that one. But fortunate did not cost him anything, so now it'll be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, I couldn't hang on to it, but it was pretty good coverage and pressure by Matt Garcia on that.
From the 33-yard line, 3rd and 12 for the Bernalillo Spartans. 7:41 remaining first half, all knotted up at 7. Lovington's defense trying to tighten things up just a little bit here. Can't let him get another big play. Twins to the left, one to the right. Yanez is the deep back. Now he's going to move him over onto the left shoulder. Trying to get Lovington to offsides. He can. He'll throw the wide receiver screen near side. It is complete, and it will be a gain, but only of about a yard as he gets that to number 1, Pino. Pino going to pick up 1 yard, but good coverage on the near side for the Wildcat defense. They had that sniffed out. Sorry, Don, go ahead.
Now making the stop, Brennan Garcia and Hagen Lizardo. Really good work right there.
Alec O'Gean was right in there as well. So nice job over on the near side to sniff out the wide receiver screen. So now Alec going to go take a couple of deep breaths and go set up at his own 35-yard line. Another punt to come from Castro. With 6:43 remaining, high snap. Lovington comes after it, doesn't get it. It is a high spinner. It's going to bounce at the 35, take a big Bernalillo bounce, goes inside the 30, and will be out of bounds back about the 27-yard line. So Lovington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 27. Pretty much their worst starting field position of the night.
See if they can make some offensive magic happen. They're due for a big breakout play. You just feel that they want it, they're capable. That's what we want to see.
Of course, both of these teams fighting for their playoff lives. Of course, both of them want to win district. If you win district, you get an automatic seat at the table. We talked about it before the Santa Fe game. Lovington going to need 3 wins for sure. They'd like to make 3 wins happen in district, which would give them the district championship. We'll talk more about that, though, as we get closer to time. So Aranda and the offense back out. Twins to the right, one to the left. Split backs in the backfield. Fake the handoff to Ochoa. Aranda in trouble, tosses it, and overthrows Olguin on the near side. He was being chased by Mays McChristen, and it was everything he could do to keep that one from that. And we're going to have roughing the passer on McChristen.
All right. And it was Espinda on the coverage over there.
So it looked like he signaled roughing the passer. They hadn't marched anything off yet.
Yep, here he comes. Yep, that's what. Oh.
He picks it up.
He's marking it off.
Yep, it'll be roughing the passer, and so that is the 3rd personal foul.
15-yarder.
Yep, that's a personal foul, and move the chains. First down Wildcats, their 10th of the ball game.
That's a nice big chunk that they don't have to worry about.
6 penalties, 57 yards against Bernalillo, and it'll move Lovington all the way up to the 44-yard line, make it the 43. The big Spartan up there makes it a little hard for me to count yard hash marks.
Got to take these gifts that are given.
Yes, you do. So Lovington with 1st and 10 from the 43-yard line, still in their own territory. Aranda with trips to the right side. Going to be pressured, rolls near side. Looks, throws off the back foot, underthrown, and fortunately winds up sailing just a little bit over the head of Matthew Garcia. If that one is on target, Espinda gets a hand on it, and it's INT time. As it is, it'll fall incomplete in the Bernalillo bench, and it's 2nd and 10. The line has got to give Ashton a little more time.
Yep.
When he throws off that back foot, things can get a little iffy.
Yeah, if they can just give him a little more protection, even by just a couple of seconds, give that time, a little more time to develop, a little more time for him to find the target and throw successfully.
So now it'll be 2nd down and 10. Cats with Twins left, Twins right. Bernalillo shows blitz. Hand it off, and right up the middle is Cardenas. We got a flag on the play. Cardenas across the 40, spin move, down to the 30, still on his feet, down to the 25, and he is going to be run out of bounds at the 20-yard line, but I don't get to write it down because we had a hold on the near side. This one's coming back.
And that was Espinda who pushed him out of bounds, number 2.
As we wait and see, and we're going to have actually false start on Lovington before it happened. Wow, that's the latest false start flag I think I've ever seen. So wipe out the 38-yard gain and make it 2nd down and 15 on a late false start flag.
Well, Lovington just needs
Which I'll take the false start because I saw a hold on this side too. So
yeah. Well, Lovington.
Honesty is not, I try to be honest, and there was a hold on the near side. So we'll take the false start every day of the week.
Lovington needs to shake it off, put it behind him, see if they can just do that again.
So it'll be 2nd down and 15 now. Lovington back inside their own 40 at the 38-yard line. 6:12 remaining here in the first half of play. Now the Cats going to come out, a 4-receiver set again. Deep back in the backfield with Aranda from the pistol formation. Fake the handoff to Ochoa, rolls in trouble, has to reverse field, takes it, gets a block, throws it, has a man.
Complete
up
to
the 40,
Ochoa.
To Ochoa, who's scattered out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 to Ochoa, and so that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. So the 10-yard completion makes it a 3rd and 5, a more manageable down and distance.
Yeah, much smaller bite for them to handle.
Ashton just 4 of 11 for 24 yards. So now 3rd and 5, ball back up at the 48-yard line. Cats trying to keep the drive alive. 4-receiver set once again. Hand it off. Ochoa puts the head down, gets through the first line, gets through the second, and he bursts forward and springs forward, and he gets 6, and it's enough. Move the chains. First down for the Wildcats.
It's okay, you're good.
And they just went right up the gut on that one, Dawn, and he had to take a couple of big Bernalillo Spartans with him.
Michael Ash, the first guy to really get to him, and you know what? They actually helped. He just he spun them around, doing the best waltz I've ever seen into a first down.
You've never seen me waltz, believe me, you don't want to. So it'll be from the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Twins left, Twins right. Ashton keeps it himself, goes left side, gets away from one. He can't get away from 2. It'll be a pickup of about a yard. Nowhere to go as he danced right into one of the Spartans.
57,
number
Gallegos and
Luciano
V-Hill.
Gallegos.
And I think 30.
So that would be
Molinar.
Yeah. So a 1-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats. From the 44-yard line, inside Bernalillo territory, 4:40 remaining. Here in the first half, we are all tied at 7. Don Morgan Fieldside here at Spartan Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle up in the booth. So from the shotgun, a 4-receiver set for the Cats. 2nd down and 8. Hand it off, coming near side is
Cardenas.
And he is tripped up as he crosses the 30 down to the, they're going to say at the 30. So it's an 18-yard gain for Cardenas and move the chains. First down, Cats.
Yeah, Cardenas came limping off just a little bit. I think he just pulled.
Yeah, he got hit in the ankle by Encinias and Espinda, and one of them kind of got the foot, and it went kind of funny.
And Espinda actually came up limping just a little bit on that as well. I think he's going to shake it off. He's over on the sideline working that off, walking it off.
So Ochoa going to check in as the deep back. He will be on the right shoulder of Ashton Aranda. 3 receivers to the right side. From the 30-yard line, Ashton rolls right. Going to tuck it, take it himself, a flag on the play, tosses towards the end zone, has a man. If it's against Bernalillo, it's 6 on the board. If it's against us, it's coming back.
They're waving it off.
Yep, it'll be a hold on us in the backfield, and it is holding on Lovington. So it's coming back. It goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. Move them back to the 40-yard line. So second time a big play has been wiped out by a penalty against the Cats. But I like the play call as Ashton had a little time.
Yeah, he did.
And could set his feet and toss it to the end zone. He had old Geen down there. But we'll move him back to the 40, and it'll be 1st and 20.
Now that he's connected and they've hit the end zone, even though it didn't count.
And that actually happened in the backfield, so it goes back to the 42-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 22.
I think it gave them a taste, and they want that again.
So 1st and 22 after the holding penalty. Wipes out the touchdown. 3 receivers right side again. Ochoa is the deep back with Aranda. Aranda pump fake, takes it himself, crosses the 40, cuts it back across the 35 to the 30 to the 20, dancing around the sideline, and finally run out of bounds. Where are they going to say he goes out? They're going to put him out at the, looks like about the 12-yard line. It'll be 30 yards on the left sideline on the keeper for Aranda and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Man, I love the fact you could almost see the instant he saw that seam open up and ran for it and saw that he had room in front of him. If it hadn't been for Encinias, he'd have been in the end zone.
So from the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Knocking on the door in the Now Pharmacy red zone once again. Low snap, Ashton picks it up, hands it off, and Ochoa takes it down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4 for Cameron Ochoa. 8 carries, 42 yards for Ochoa, and it's 2nd and 6. So the Cats having some success running the football. Of course, I have a feeling going to be a very entertaining coaches' conversation at the half from Bob Thriftway. Twins left, Twins to the right. As Aranda sends a man in motion left to right, that is Olguin. Low snap, Ashton handles it. Back to pass, has plenty of time. Still with time, guns it. Far side of the end zone, is it caught? Yes, it is. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Cesar Gonzalez.
Gonzalez from 11 yards out and the Cats have taken the lead 13-7. And Gonzalez had to come from the slot on the right side all the way across to the left. That makes up for his little running backwards after he caught it a few minutes ago.
And really, Aranda had such good protection. He had time, and he had a menu of receiver. He had at least 3 from which to choose, and Gonzalez was the lucky recipient of
Gave
that.
him time to get open, and he was the most open. Ornelas on
true.
for the point after out of the Old of Olguin. Good snap. Alec puts it down, and that one is going to be blocked with authority as it's all the way back out near midfield. Is coming through and getting the big paw on that one. Knocking it away was Espinda. So with 2:45 remaining here in the first half of play, Lovington 13, Bernalillo 7. Back in a minute on Z94, KZOR Hobbs Lovington. And back here at Bernalillo, looked like there was a flag on the play. Dawn, I didn't see any laundry on the field, but looks like maybe Lovington going to get to re-kick the point after.
Could be, because the refs just conferred, and yeah, they're going to say apparently there was something wrong. I don't know, a formation problem or but
so the block
don't know what the call was. They didn't signal it, but they talked about it.
So the block is out the window, and now Lovington going to go for 2. They'll run it with Olguin as the quarterback. Alec with it, takes it left side, gets a great block into the end zone, and a flag on the play. I think we may have a hold, as I don't think Alec got to the end zone.
He didn't break the plane, I don't think, but he's still down.
He got a big block by Valentin Herrera.
Okay, that was number 2.
And we'll have a hold on Lovington, and it'll be declined, and so the point after is no good. So it is 13-7. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat football possible here on Z94 KZOR, Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR app. Also on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Don't forget, please subscribe to the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to pull a crisp new $100 bill out of my pocket and give it to a random subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Yeah, it could get you or your family and friends $100. And because of our great sponsors, we don't have to charge you to watch your favorite teams play. Good folks like Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Bob's Thriftway, EP&S, Lovington Schools, Lovington Auto Supply, Devon Energy, and Nowell Pharmacy. We appreciate their support of Lovington Wildcat Sports. With Dawn Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. 2:45 remaining here in the first half of play. A 13-7 lead for the Wildcats, Dawn.
Absolutely. What Lovington needs to do is just make sure they don't open the door for a big play to let the Spartans come back with a score away before half.
Yeah, the Spartans
got to hold them.
Yeah, and the Spartans are going to, you've got to think, try and go 2 for 1 here. They will have the ball to start the second half of play. So going to be very important for Lovington to stop them. Lovington still with all 3 timeouts on the board. So if they can get a couple of quick stops, they could potentially get the ball back and maybe try for one more score here late in the half to keep it from being a 2-possession.
Yeah, I think that's
2 straight possessions for Bernalillo.
That's definitely what it's going to be, a battle of wills here, as Lovington is going to want to either force a turnover, get the ball back and score, or the Spartans are definitely wanting to roll down the field, maybe with a big play and get in the end zone. So
the kickoff to come from Jose Ornelas. Jose going to split everybody out. Jose gets everybody ready, has everybody where he wants them. Spots it at the 40. Charges up and kicks it away. It is a high end over ender. That one will be playable. Bounces at the 10 and is going to be picked up by Yanez. He brings it backwards. Now he's back across the 10 to the 15, and Matthew Garcia meets him and drags him to the turf. So a pretty okay return. Again, if he just keeps going north-south instead of east-west, he probably has more yardage. 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line.
Jaden Garza also in on that stop along with.
Good eye over there, Dawn Morgan. So 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Bernalillo deep in their own territory. Look for the Cats with 3 timeouts. They can keep them to a couple of short gains, maybe have a chance to get the ball back. Bernalillo going to split twins to the right side. Twins to the near as well. Single back in the backfield is Yanez with Castro. Hand it off to Castro, gets away from one, still on his feet and caught from behind, and he is dropped in the backfield. And oh, we got a fight on the near side as going at it like a couple of Wolverines. Sean Armijo taking on Brennan Garcia and also Anson Marquez near side. I think we're going to have a personal foul. Question is, who's it going to be on? No gain on the play.
And making the
flag
stop.
Came in.
Making the stop.
And we will have, hold on, personal foul on Bernalillo. So that's going to move them back half the distance because they are inside the 20-yard line. So Armijo just getting a little bit upset there. And you never want to be the second one. So they were at the 15. They're going to mark them all the way back at the 5. Winds up being a 10-yard penalty. And so now it'll be first and it's also loss of down.
So
they've got to get it
second
out.
And 20.
Yeah, it's 2nd and 20. They take them back to the 5. They need to get to the 25-yard line. 2:25 to go, and it stops the clock. And so now Castro going to be on his own goal line. 2nd down and 25. Or 2nd and 20, rather. Gets the snap, drops deep. Lovington brings pressure, throws it, has a man in space. Comes across and down across to about the 12-yard line. That is complete to number 30. That is Molinar. So Molinar.
And the stop was made by Cameron Ochoa. Again, good technique on the tackle. He got him up about middle, about around the waist, and it hung on and brought him down.
So it'll be a 9-yard completion to Molinar officially, and timeout is going to be taken by the Wildcats. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, coming up in 1:51, we'll have your Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation going into the half, and then your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Brought to you by our good friends at Lovington Auto Supply. So now a 3rd down and 11 to go for the Spartans. Again, Lovington has to be thinking no big play. If they want to get 4 or 5, yeah, I think you give them 4 or 5, but you don't even want to do that because skilled players can make things happen. But you don't want to let them get the first down. You want another shot to get your offense out there.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's probably what the message was, making sure that everybody was on the same page. They broke in that huddle. They broke into 3 different huddles with the coaches talking to them. Sir.
So the ball going to be at the 16-yard line, and it will rather at the 14-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 11. From the shotgun is Castro. Yanez in the backfield with him on the right, actually just behind him. High snap, hand it to Yanez, takes it to the right, has a block, but a great shoestring tackle is Lovington going to bring him down in the backfield. He's going to lose a couple on that one. Dawn, who got the shoestring?
You know what? Stopping him, I thought it was Cesar Gonzalez, but...
So we'll go with Gonzalez. Ezekiel Guzman also in the neighborhood. So Guz knocks him down for a 1-yard loss. And Caesar, too. And timeout taken by the Cats, 1:37 to go. They want to force this Bernalillo squad to punt and then get the offense a chance with 1 timeout and probably at least okay field position. So we'll just keep it right here since we got halftime coming up here in mere moments. Lovington leading 13-7, 1:37 to go, district opener here in Bernalillo, New Mexico, on the campus of Bernalillo High. And I don't know how many basketball games I've done at the gym next door. So that's where they always have the small schools in the opening couple of rounds of the state basketball tournament. First time at the football stadium. They've done a lot of work on this thing over the years. It was kind of just a field the first time I remember seeing it, just an old dirt field almost.
It's a very nice field down here and a really good track. The home stands are pretty small, but the facility and overall it's nice.
So it'll be 4th down And about 12 for Bernalillo. They're showing punt. Castro going to send a man in motion. Don't get faked out. Good snap, and he'll just boot it
blocked.
away, and it is blocked. It is on the turf. And
Cat's
it is,
ball on the one.
It is the Cats' ball on the one. The block comes through. DeMarcus Thompson got the hand on it and knocked it down. Was that Thompson or was that Herrera?
I'm waiting to see who got up with it.
And then
it is, yes, it is Thompson.
All right, I was thinking that Cardenas had come
And
up with it, but you're right there on top of it.
Carrasco was right there as well, but DeMarcus Thompson.
So the blocked punt, and it is 1st and goal from the 1. Make it the 2 for the Wildcats. 90 seconds to go in the half as Lovington played that one to perfection. 1st and goal, Lovington on the big block. That may qualify as the play of the game. So inside the Now Pharmacy red zone. 1st down and goal from the 2. From the shotgun is, of course, Aranda as usual. He's going to pitch it to Ochoa. And Cardenas. He takes it in from 2 yards out, and 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Cardenas.
On Dallas, Cardenas takes it into the end zone and bangs it home. Lovington uses their timeouts wisely, and then they get a big special teams play, and Cardenas takes it home. Lovington leading 19-7.
That was a beautiful blocked punt, I tell you. And, yeah, that just changed the complexion and the momentum and the feel of this game right here.
And now the Cats are going to go for 2 to try and get that missed extra point back with 1:28 remaining here in the half. So the Cats going to take their time. Now they're ready to go. Cardenas will be the deep back. Lovington going to keep the jumbos in, get a little extra push as they fake the pitch and throwing it, corner of the end zone, and 2 more on the board as just out of the reach of Lizardo on the far side, so no good on the point after. With 1:28 remaining in the first half, it's Lovington 19, Bernalillo 7, back in 1 minute here on KZOR. A blocked punt leads to a 2-yard dive for Ondalis Cardenas, and the Wildcats take advantage of a turnover at the doorstep and take the 19-7 lead. Only thing that really hadn't gone their way, they've stalled out on a couple of drives, and they've had some trouble with extra points. With Dawn Morganfield's side, I'm TJ Miracle as Ornelas will kick it away. High end over ender as Yanez going to field it on the bounce. Actually just going to watch it go out.
Yep.
And so I don't know. If I'm Coach Kobos here, I'm thinking I'm going to take it 1st and 10 at the 35.
I don't know if there was a flag on the player.
Yeah, the ball went out of bounds, so it's an automatic flag.
He's just they get the loudspeaker announcers a flag, but I think it was just marking where the ball went out of.
No, it was a flag. If a kickoff out of bounds is a penalty, and so
right.
Coach Kobos is electing to take it at the 35-yard line. I think that is probably the wise move, because that way you don't give Lovington special teams a chance to make another fantastic play. 1:25 remaining here in this first half of play. Lovington up 19-7, a 12-point lead. So Castro going to try and get something going. Worth noting that Bernalillo still has all 3 of their timeouts. If they can find a little momentum, they've got more than enough time. Lovington still with a timeout too. Split backs in the backfield this time with Castro. High snap, handles it, fakes the handoff, rolls to the right, guns it underneath, has a man. It is complete right at the line of scrimmage. Lovington going to gang up and gang tackle the receiver. And Dawn, I'm looking through a double pane here. I couldn't really see who that was.
The receiver.
I'm sorry. Was that number 24?
Yeah, number 24. Sorry,
Mays,
I'm cutting out here.
Yeah, so Mays McChristian, no gain on the play. And so Bernalillo is going to take the timeout. Their first of the half. 1:14 remaining. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, thanks for being with us tonight wherever you are around southeast New Mexico and West Texas on Z94 KZOR and on the Z94 KZOR app. Of course, around the world on the Z94 app. Also, of course, around the world, wherever you are, on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Lovington Sports YouTube channel, please subscribe. Remember, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, somebody in Wildcat Nation is going to get $100 of my money. The sponsors aren't putting that up. The company's not putting that up. That is coming out of my pocket. And just a quick note, the team that wears black and gold just south of Lovington has surpassed the subscriber base for the Cats. So, Cat Nation, tell all your friends and family, step up and let's get some more subscribers on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. That, and I'm tired of that $100 burning a hole in my pocket. I'm getting tired of buying pants. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. After a completed pass, Castro to McChristian, but right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to go with a 4-receiver set from the far hash mark. 2nd down and 10. Yanez is the deep back. Lovington brings the heat. They're going to flip it and almost picked off as coming in and getting to it. They're going to say that was a behind-the-line pass, and picking it up and taking it home is Brennan Garcia. No whistle on the play. Nope, they're going to say the white cap whistled it off and said incomplete. I did not hear a whistle, and if you do a backwards pass, it's the equivalent of a fumble, so it'll be incomplete. And Brennan's going to need oxygen. I need oxygen just watching that.
Yeah, that
not making fun of Brennan.
That would have been so sweet. It's not very often, that somebody on the line gets to score a touchdown, right?
And it was all set up by Alec Olguin getting a hand on the running back screen and knocking it away. So now 3rd and 10. Clock stops with 1:10 remaining here in this first half of play. Lovington up 19-7. So a little bit of a back-and-forth affair. Lovington, after the bye week, kind of shaking off a little rust in the first half. And so now Bernalillo going to send 3 receivers to the left side. 1 to the right. 3rd down and 10. Lovington still with a timeout. If they can stop him here, look for him to take it. Lovington shows blitz. Back to passes. Castro comes near side, slings it out, and that one is going to be picked off by Cardenas. He stops on a dime and turns around. He's across the 40. Looks for some room to the 45, out to the 46-yard line, and the INT saves Lovington a timeout. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 45.
You know what? Looking for that big play, bit the Spartans right there. Good coverage. That's what you get when your head's up.
And they've still got a minute and a timeout to work with. 57 seconds and a timeout to be exact. Lovington 19-7, but looking to add to it here. So 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 45. Lovington already up by 12, would like to add to it. Twins left, and they stack them to the right. Good snap, handed off as coming near side Ochoa. He's got some room. He's coming to the near sideline. He's across the 40 and finally going to be run out of bounds inside the 35 at the 32-yard line. So it's going to be a 21-yard gain for Cameron Ochoa and move the chains. 1st down, Cats.
Yeah, he was stopped by number 5, Yanez.
But he gets out of bounds, and so that stops the clock, and that saves Lovington their timeout. 47 seconds remaining here in the half. Now Lovington trying to get something going again. Again, I apologize about the shoddy camera work. Stack them left, stack them right. Low snap, Ashton picks it up off the turf. Just going to take it, flings it, has a man inside the 20,
Gonzalez.
down at the 15. So Gonzalez with it at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 17-yard pitch and catch to Gonzalez, and he gets out of bounds, move the chains.
Nice work, as they're really playing smart. They're executing so well but playing smart and really controlling the clock here, doing what they can, try to get in the end zone again.
Inside the Now Pharmacy red zone, ball spotted at the 17-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, and a whistle sounds as timeout.
I think Spartans are taking it.
I think Coach John Kobos is trying to staunch the bleeding here.
Yeah, and I think they're trying to cool Lovington down because Lovington is on such a roll.
No, we may have an official timeout. So I'm not sure what the whistle is for. We've got an official timeout, I guess. They took a Bernalillo timeout off the board.
Yeah, it's the officials talking about something.
So I'm not sure what all's going on here. There's no flag on the play.
No laundry at all.
So we haven't gotten an explanation. Haven't seen the Whitecap signal.
And I don't think they're going to. However, the chief referee is talking to Coach G.
Not sure what he could be talking about. Maybe a sideline warning. But normally they don't take that long. They just wave the sideline back and say, keep it in your box, boys, and don't come onto the field to play. And a long explanation for whatever is going on down there.
I can see them gesturing. I'm just too far away to be able to hear.
Yeah, not sure what is going on. So the Whitecap blows his whistle. They're going to come up, and the side judge is going to come over and talk to the chain gang.
They haven't moved the football yet, so it's interesting.
Coach G going back to the sideline. So, all right, I guess whatever it was works as a timeout, though. Bernalillo can catch its breath. So Lovington sends 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. It's Garcia by himself down to the right. Aranda from the pistol. High snap. Throws the screen. Has a man. It's complete to Olguin, but he is hit at the line and nothing doing. Good coverage by Jacob Pino. It's complete, but no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 17. Timeout for the Cats, you got to think.
Yeah, and they are taking it.
So that'll be their 3rd and final timeout. 6 seconds remaining here in the half. We'll just keep it right here again. Say a big thank you to our friends at Now Pharmacy, Devon Energy, Lovington Auto Supply, Lovington Schools, Eunice Pump and Supply, Bob's Thriftway, Lee County Electric Cooperative, Man Welding, and Stone Oilfield Services. Couldn't make the drive up here and do Wildcat football on KZOR and the Lovington Sports YouTube channel without their help and support. So with 6 seconds left, you've got to think Lovington is going to be gunning for the end zone here. Probably not a field goal situation with Jose Ornelas doing the place kicking tonight. He's a pretty good kicker, but he doesn't quite have the leg of Lucas Contreras. This will be about a 35-yarder were they to try it. But I think they're going to they're going to go empty set in the backfield and go for the end zone on what will probably be the final play of the first half. So ball spotted at the
unless they
the 14-yard line.
Or unless somebody gets it and gets out of bounds before the clock runs. We'll see.
Actually, from the 18-yard line, it'll be 3rd down, 2nd down and 11. Not that really matters. 6 seconds to go in the half. Aranda with it, empty set, looks, has time, steps up, goes to the back of the end zone. Has a man, that's Garcia, 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats. Garcia, they wave it off, are you kidding? He got jarred. I thought he came down with control, and the ball got jarred afterward, but they are going to say incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down, and Lovington will have 1.6 seconds to try again. So incomplete, and 3rd down and 11. I thought his toe touched before he bobbled. A big hit was put on by Espinda down there. But Matthew got free. So Lovington going to go for the end zone once again. Same formation. Actually, they're going to keep a man in the backfield this time with Ashton. Good snap. Ashton rolls right side. Looking. Throws it a little bit short. Complete to Garcia. As Matthew fights, he is inside down to about the 8-yard line. And so
they needed to stop the clock about 5-7 seconds ago.
And he gets out of bounds. He's going to pick up 10, but he's going to be shy of the first down.
There's a flag.
So Garcia with it, but we'll see what the flag is. And we're going to have personal foul on the Spartans, and so that'll be an automatic first down. So the 10 yards will stand on the completion to Garcia, and Lovington will have it first and goal from about the we'll call it the 2-yard line. 75 penalty yards on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 penalties on Bernalillo. So with no time left, but since it was a defensive penalty, Lovington will have one untimed down from the 2-yard line. And they pick up the football.
Are they saying it's
No, we should have an untimed down.
What? Coach G is
yeah,
the
this
same
should.
thing. What?
A penalty happened on the last play of the half, and it was a defensive penalty, and so there should be an untimed down for the Wildcats. It should be Wildcat football with one down,
come on.
one untimed down. You've got to be kidding me. It should be an untimed down. That is the rule. I could pull out the rule book, but
yeah,
it should be an untimed down. We saw that 2 weeks ago in Santa Fe. There was a penalty on the last play of a quarter, and there was an untimed down. It should be first and goal for the Wildcats from the 2 with one down.
Coach G is telling his team, stay where you are.
And he's absolutely right. The rule, if I am not completely, and I'm sure, Ty Friend, if you're listening, I could use a little help with this one, but it should be one untimed down. It happened on the last play of the half. And Lovington going to say, okay, just take it in. So, all right, so Lovington not going to get to take advantage of a personal foul.
Yeah,
the Bob Thriftway coach's conversation, Dawn.
Yeah, usually I get dinner bought for me before that happens. Coach.
Yes.
All right. So what was the explanation? We thought they would get an untimed down.
Yeah, we should have gotten an untimed down. That's what should have happened, because you can't end a half or the game on an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. We should have got an untimed down. They were emphatic about not letting us have it, so it is what it is. We control the things we can control. That's not one of them. So we'll just rally up here in the second half.
All right, and what's the message going to be in the locker room? We're going in big, and that's great. Great execution, first half. What'd you think?
I felt like the score that they had there first defense on our defense right there. I mean, we just were out of position. They were just really excited and ended up busting a run. But we've come out here later in the second quarter and settled in defensively on Dallas Cardenas. Have a great big pick right there to give us a chance to score, because that's what we wanted to do. Offensively, we're running the ball at will. So we got to continue to do that, and we got to finish the second half.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right.
That is your Bob Thriftway coach's conversation. Big thanks to Coach G, as always, for taking some time before the half and after the game to speak with us. We'll be back in 3 minutes for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Halftime here in Bernalillo, and the Cats lead 19-7. Wildcat football continues on KZOR. Welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Get the Napa Know-How for your car. You know you're going to need it at some point in its life. So get the Napa Know-How from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Proud supporters of Lovington Wildcat football. Lovington leads at the half 19-7. And took them a little while to get into gear, but once they did, they've looked very, very good. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We'll start with the home team, Spartans, as their quarterback, Uriel Castro, is 5 of 12 for 24 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 INT that he threw to Cardenas. Nice job by Dallas there to make that INT. So 24 passing yards in the first half for the Spartans. Hadn't had much luck in the running game either, as David Yanez, 5 carries, 71 yards. He did have that 43-yard touchdown scamper. That's where most of his yardage comes from. And they've got, he's the only one who's carried the ball, as a matter of fact. So I've got to adjust my numbers just a little bit. I apologize. So 24 passing yards and 71 rushing yards means 95 total yards in the first half for the Bernalillo Spartans. The Spartans are whistled 8 times for 75 yards in the first half. They did get 2 first downs, and they scored 7 in the first quarter, nothing in the second. That's how they get to their 7 on the board. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats. And when you hear some of these numbers, you're going to go, how is this not more than a 19-7 game? But and remember, Lovington got off to a little bit of a slow start. Aranda is 8 of 16 for 62 yards. He does have a touchdown pass, that an 11-yarder to Cesar Gonzalez. No INTs for Ashton in the first half. The Lovington ground game has been what is absolutely grinding it out. Cardenas, 9 carries, 65 yards, and a 2-yard touchdown. Camino Choa with 9 carries, 63 yards. Ashton Aranda with 8 carries and 61 yards. 1-yard carry for Alec Olguin. And so with that, you've got 62 through the air, 190 cumulatively on the ground for 252 total yards for the Wildcats. So no points in the first, but 19 in the second. That's how Lovington gets to their 19 on the board. And pardon me, Cardenas with 2 rushing touchdowns, and really should have had 3, but we're not going to worry about what happened right there at the end of the half. Lovington was flagged twice for 10 yards in that first half. So 252 yards to 95 yards. And not a lot of penalties for Lovington. You would think that this game would be a little bit further apart than it is. But, again, Dawn, kind of that slow start for the Wildcats. And Bernalillo, they came out and they've been ready to play.
Yeah, they definitely have. Lovington had how many penalties for what yardage?
Two penalties, 15 yards.
Yeah. So I was going to say I barely remember, anything being called against Lovington.
Yeah,
so,
they had a hold that wiped out a touchdown and then just a false start.
And,
they wiped out another long play, too.
We talked before the game about just coming in here, playing with energy and aggression, controlled aggression, though, and, playing clean football. If those two, I think all of the stats sound like, they should have more scores because they had those 2 offensive drives that stalled out, that they were basically,
2 inside the red zone.
Yeah, 2. And so that's why it sounds the way that it does. Without those stalling out and Lovington threatening to slip back into neutral when that happened. To their credit, they didn't. So the defense went out, did their job, and that kept the offense motivated. And when they got back out there, settled in, they had a really good, last half of that first quarter and a super second quarter as far as their execution goes. So yeah, they've definitely been grinding it out and knocking it out. And they were able to do this and put 19 points on the board without any single one of those big breakout plays, for just maximum yards. So,
longest play from scrimmage has been 30 yards, and that was Ashton Aranda on a quarterback keeper. So, not something you often see. Lovington with 15 first downs, too, in that first half. But, again, they got a lot of those on drives that got into the red zone and just didn't go anywhere. Then So, again, you don't want to see them get stuck in neutral. I'm sure that will be one of the keys to the second half that we'll talk all about coming up with your keys to the second half. This is your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. Lovington leads at Bernalillo 19-7. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Bernalillo. Tonight, district opener, Lovington leads at the half 19-7. Scores from elsewhere around Lee County. It's halftime in Tatum. And the Coyotes right now taking it to the Clayton Yellow Jackets 22-6. That game is at the half. Clayton, I believe, is the number 3 team in 8-man in the state. So Tatum looking to get a homecoming victory there, but still a lot of football to go. It is halftime in Eunice tonight, and they are all over the Loving Falcons, 33-0. A bit of a shocker coming from up in Curry County tonight, as in the third quarter, Texaco is leading the Jowl Panthers 21-7. Wow.
And Jowl, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Jowl ranked number? Are they
Jowl
ranked number 1 in 2A in the
J-
state?
Jowl is number 1, and they took it to Texaco, took them to the woodshed twice last year on their way to a state runner-up. Matter of fact, we called the semifinal game, and, you know, it was over not long after half, if I remember correctly. But thanks to Tiffany Evie back at One Radio Square and the control center tonight for getting those scores. So back to the business at hand, 19-7 here at Spartan Stadium in Bernalillo. So your Lovington Auto Supply, Napa Know-How keys to the second half, Dawn.
You know, just come out and play like they settled in and started playing by the middle of that first quarter. So, you know, I think they've got it. But if they slip into neutral, if the Spartans come out fired up, and the Spartans make adjustments, you know, against what Lovington's been doing offensively and defensively, then, you know, Lovington, again, may have a little bit of a trouble, but they need to just hang in there, prevail, and know that they managed to get it into a different gear, you know, in the first quarter, and they can do it again. But if they come out, of course, the Spartans are going to have the ball first. It's going to be really imperative to try to stop that drive, try to force a turnover or stop the drive, keep them from, and if they do that psychologically, I think they're going to have a big edge, and of course then they'll have the football back, and one more score on the board, and they can't just, you know, cruise through the rest of the game, but I think it's going to make a big difference both for them and for Bernalillo if they can manage to do that pretty quickly in this third quarter.
Well, I think so, and I think in the third quarter and in the remainder of the ball game, Lovington has done a pretty nice job of it. Control the clock. You've got to keep your running game working, and a lot of that goes to individual effort by your backs, but the line has done a good job giving them time. Keep mixing in the pass. You don't have to have the home run ball, but just eat a lot of clock, score when you get a chance, and continue to do what you've been doing. On defense, other than that one play, and we heard Coach G say it in the coaches' conversation, other than them getting just a little bit overhyped and over-pursuing and letting the big play happen, they've got to, stay focused, controlled aggression. If they can do that on defense, they'll be in good shape. And the special teams, what can you say? The special teams has really been one of the highlights for this squad this year, and proving it again tonight with a blocked punt, which turned into a touchdown.
They seem pretty calm. They seem gritty and determined, and I think their tough pre-district schedule has given them that basis, that grit, that just knowledge that, you know what, they've been through the worst of this, and they're ready, to really shine. And I think they can really taste it and feel like they've worked hard and maybe deserve it, have earned that. So here they are. Really like to see them stretch this out in the third quarter so that we don't have nail-biting football, and you can't. I hate to go back, and look if it gets too close.
Absolutely.
You don't want to go back and look at play or two or and point.
We're kind of breaking up there, Dawn. So
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off. So you're absolutely right though. So with the halftime coming to a close, 19-7 in favor of your Wildcats. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Go get the love for your car and the Napa Know-How too at Lovington Auto Supply. Back for the kickoff of the second half right after this 90-second timeout. This is Wildcat football on Z94 KZOR. Welcome back to Bernalillo High School, Game 1 of the district slate between our Lovington Wildcats and the Bernalillo Spartans. I'm TJ Miracle from high above Spartan Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling the field side, and Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing tonight. 19-7, Lovington in the lead, but it will be Bernalillo football as we start this second half of action.
Yeah, it's getting noticeably cooler here. Just in the last 10, 15 minutes, all of a sudden, that point in the evening happens when it gets your attention.
And up here in the high
mountains,
altitude, yeah.
Mm-hmm, it happened. Now, the good thing is there's very, very little wind, just a tiny breeze at times. So very still, but definitely a little chill in the air here.
So let's hope it does not chill the Lovington Wildcats. As we get ready for the start of the second half, the Cats will be kicking off from the left to the right. That is north to south with the 12-point lead as we start this third quarter of play. Thanks for being with us tonight wherever you are here on Z94 KZOR, the Z94 KZOR app, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, and the Lovington tab at HobbsAmerica.com. So teeing it up will be, of course, Jose Ornelas. So Ornelas taking over the kicking duties tonight. Prepares to boot it away. Back deep to receive will be David Yanez and Christian Sanchez. So Yanez and Sanchez. And actually, it's going to just be Yanez as he's going to go by himself. So Ornelas going to try and get it back there. Still a light breeze blowing. I don't notice it so much up here in the booth, but I know you are down there, Dawn. As the Cats taking their time, and now they're going to spread them out. If you're Coach G, you might ought to think about, and maybe you will think about doing an onside kick here. Of course, they don't have Brennan Garcia. He's their onside kicker, but just throw a little curveball at him. But Ornelas going to boot it away. It'll be a short kick. Pedaling back is one of the middlemen. Gets it at the 20 and brings it up to the 30 before he is run out, as that was Molinar, who got popped hard by Matthew Garcia and also Kamino Choa on the stop. Looks like getting a piece of it too, Adam Sanchez. So 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. That's where Bernalillo will start their first drive of this half. Trailing by 12 as they spotted officially at the 31. So from the 31-yard line, again, I'll get that adjusted there. Again, I'm a little bit backwards up here tonight from what I'm used to, but thanks for bearing with me. So from the shotgun is Castro. Hands it off, and that'll be Molinar, who starts it to the right, brings it back to the left, only gets about 2 yards out of it. So Molinar, his first carry of the night, is good for 2 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 8. Good job by the interior lineman up on the front for the Cats to bring him down.
Yeah.
Led by Brennan Garcia and also Valentin Herrera. Ezekiel Guzman also coming in to clean it up late. Sorry, Don, go ahead.
Yeah, they didn't really seal that hole up, but they were able to catch him right after he went through it.
Surprisingly, Molinar's first carry of the night. So now they're going to go with a 4-receiver set. Castro from the shotgun. High snap, handles it, throws it over to the far side, has a man, makes a little move, keeps going, and is going to be out near the 40, drags some Cats with him, and is going to have the first down. Needed 8, is going to have 9.
That was number 52? Or
I'm sorry, was it Espinda?
I think it was Espinda, too. I think he came up.
All
number
right.
1 was right next to him, but I think it was Espinda with the carry.
I think you're right. So we'll give it to him, and it'll be the 3rd first down of the ball game for the Spartans, and it'll be 1st and 10. They'll have it at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, Lovington doesn't want to. Lovington does not want to be flat.
No, they do not. From their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for Bernalillo. From the shotgun with a very deep back. And they are going to hand it off to that deep back. That's Molinar. He's going to the right side. He's got some room. He's going to be hit right at midfield.
Good swarm here.
So he's going to pick up 7, though, as Molinar stretched that one out before Lovington brings him down. It'll be 2nd down and 3. So right at midfield.
I think it really was Cardenas who got the fastest. Cardenas was there, but also 60 Guzman as well.
So good job by the Wildcats. No, they're going to give him 6 officially, so it'll be 2nd down and 4. As Molinar stays in, or is that Yanez is the deep back?
Yep.
So it's a high snap, and they are going to hand it off. It is Yanez coming near side. Lovington stretches it out, turns the corner, makes one miss, and he'll step out of bounds as Cardenas will knock him out, but he gets 5 yards. He needed 4. He gets 5, and it'll be 1st down for Bernalillo. He steps out, and that'll stop the clock. 9:47 to go, 3rd quarter. 4th first down for the Spartans. They're in Lovington territory now at the 46-yard line. 1st down and 10. Looks like Bernalillo has decided for the most part they're going to come out and do what they do best, which is run the ball. Yanez will stay in as the deep back. You got a mouthpiece or something coming off the field.
He
Castro
threw it for the sideline.
Yes, he did. Things aren't easy to throw either. They're going to move Yanez up to the right shoulder. Castro fakes the handoff, looks to pass. Time, throws it to the sideline, overthrows it, and almost picked off.
Cesar Gonzalez got a hand on it.
He was right there and could have gotten it if that one sailed a little bit on Castro. Espinda was the intended target, so now it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Lovington 46.
Yeah, good coverage there.
It was.
Lovington's D working pretty quickly.
So now it'll be 2nd down and 10, 9:13 remaining in the third quarter, 19-7. Lovington still in the lead. Bernalillo, their opening possession of the second half, would like to get some of it back. 4 receiver set, 2 left, 2 right from the near hash mark. Take the handoff to Molinar and wanting it all and overthrowing the intended target, Armijo. Armijo's fast, but he's not that fast. And so it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Good thing it was overthrown. Even though Olguin and Cardenas were giving good pursuit, they were still a couple of steps behind him.
Yeah, as Armijo did get behind him and took off. Kid has got some fast. There is for sure that the 5'11", 165-pound junior receiver for this Bernalillo squad. So a big 3rd down and 10. For the Spartans, the Cats going to try and stop them. Twins left, twins right. Send a man in motion. That's Armijo left to right. High snap handled. Firing it over and trying to get it to Armijo, and he in and out of his hands, but good coverage down.
Great coverage
for the Wildcats.
It was Cesar Gonzalez and number
Lizardo.
15, Lizardo, yeah.
So incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 10. And I don't know if you're Coach Cobos here, do you roll the dice in Lovington territory and go for it on 4th down? Lovington's had a couple of 4th downs that have blown up in their face. So let's see what they decide to do. Do you try and go for it here, or do you see if you can punt it and pin them back? I don't know. I'm split on this one.
Yeah, I am too, because we haven't seen them in this situation enough.
They are going to come out in a punt formation.
Well, got to watch for the fake,
Yeah,
though. That is number 11 back.
Definitely watch for the fake. Castro is the punter, but he's also the quarterback.
That's right.
Olguin back, and they
kicking.
will kick it, and it'll be a wobbler. Alec going to watch it, going to field it back at the 10. Brings it out, gets it to the 15, to the 20, tiptoes the sideline, 25. Finally knocked out at the 30-yard line as he was trying to tippy-toe over there, as Armijo getting a shot in on him. Also, Mario Molinar, number 32, on the stop. So a good return, good punt of about 38 yards, but it's about a 25-yard return. 1st and 10 for the Cats from their own 30-yard line. 8:49 remaining in the third quarter. Lovington leading by a score of 19-7.
And you know, the clock is Lovington's friend. I mean, they're up by 12. I know
you're up
that
by 2 scores.
They like moving. You know, if they can, they like moving. They want to get down. They'd like to put another score on the board, but I think they try to do it deliberately and eat some clock while they're at it.
From the 30-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats, their first possession. Hand it off, and that is nowhere to go. Is coming right, then going
Number
back
12.
left.
That's Aranda.
Oh,
Ashton Aranda.
Oh, Aranda on the keeper.
Yep.
Okay. Your eyeballs are better than mine are. He'll get 1 officially, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. Of course, the Cats can continue just to eat clock here. Going to keep it, you've got to think, off of the sidelines for the most part. 2nd down and 9. Single back in the backfield is Cardenas. Lovington going to split twins to the right side. Man up to the left. Send a man in motion. Number 74 playing tight end and hand it off that side. Cardenas, he gets out of 1. Little hippity hop as he crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line before he is knocked down by McChristen.
Yeah.
But he's going to wind up with an 11-yard gain and move the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Yeah, without McChristen coming up from the behind and really just kind of getting a hip in him and tripping him up, I think he was gone.
Marcus Henderson checking in as tight end provided a big block that helped spring that one free. I would actually like to see Aranda throw one to Henderson when he checks in at tight end. That is perfectly legal, and he will be in tight end near side this time. I'm not sure the Green Bay Packers could bring Marcus down. That is a big young man. And they fake the handoff, and Ashton in trouble somehow gets away from it, comes near side, fires, going for a man. Olguin, and just out of the reach of
Garcia.
Garcia, you're right, number 7. thing kind of bunched up as it came by, and I thought it was the 4. I don't know how Ashton got away from the pressure being put on that time by Chosa and by McChristen, but somehow he did. Incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10.
That was like watching a golf putt that looked so good all the way, and then just doesn't go in. Because I don't know how Garcia didn't get it, but
well,
that was
I don't know how Ashton
exciting.
didn't get sacked. So second down and 10, 7.5 to go in the third quarter, 19-7. Twins to the left, 1 to the right. Aranda waits on the snap, has it. Fakes the handoff to Ochoa. Pressure comes, puts up a wounded duck, and that'll be incomplete. Bernalillo wants the intentional grounding. I don't think they're going to get it. If we didn't get a free play at the end, they shouldn't get an intentional grounding here.
Yeah, and those two things are not exactly equal.
No, they're not.
Yeah, being on the 1 yard line and having an almost sure touchdown is.
So incomplete, and it'll be third down and 10 for the Wildcats. Last two incompletions have stopped the clock. 7:23 remaining here in the third quarter.
Lovington just needs to kind of find a way to slip it out of neutral here, get and convert on this third down. It's important.
So bringing it back up. Lovington going to put 3 receivers to the left side. Single man to the right is Garcia. Send a man in motion. That's Ochoa. So they're going to stack 4 on the left. By himself, Arandis claps the hands, has it. Good protection. Now it breaks down. He wants it all. He throws it down the sideline.
He's got it.
A man, and he has got a man. That is Anson Marquez inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. That is 10, 20, 30, 35, 36 yards to Marquez, and move the chains. First down, Cats.
He beat Pino and Espinada were all over, and that was amazing on over.
So from just outside the Now Pharmacy red zone, spot him at the 23-yard line. First and 10 for the Wildcats. That's what they needed. Now they're going to put 3 receivers right side. Now they're going to split Ochoa to the right side too from the far hash mark. Aranda with it. Pump fake, throws it. Ochoa on the screen. He's hitting the backfield. He's going to lose a couple of yards as McChristen comes up and puts the big hit on him. So nothing doing there for Cam, and he's going to lose a couple, make that a 3-yard loss on the play. And so now it's second and 13. Second down and 13.
By the way, Jose Ornelas is over on the sideline and warming up. Putting the boot in the ball in the warm-up net.
He might have the leg, but I'd like to see us get a little closer first. So it'll be first down, or rather second down and 13. Trips left, 1 right from the near hash. Deep back is Cardenas, handed off to Cardenas, weaves through the line, crosses inside the 25, down to about the 24-yard line. So he's going to get the 3 they lost back and maybe a yard more. And so now it is third down and 9 for the Wildcats. Clock under 6 minutes to go, 5:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Third and 10 is the official call, 19-7. Lovington up by 12 and on the march. So taking their time. Now they're going to go 4 receiver set. Cardenas on the left shoulder of Aranda. Ashton waits for it. Now send a man in motion left to right. That's Olguin. Ashton throws it, has a man on the crossing route. Up at the 15-yard line to Marquez. It's a gain of 8. So 8 to Marquez, and so now 4th and 2. I'm not even going to ask. They're going for it.
Oh, yeah.
So
let's see if they give him 1 or 4th and 1 or 4th and 2.
Yeah, it's going to be about 4th and 1. 4th and 1, so 9 yards officially. 104 through the air for Ashton. And 45 yards for Marquez.
What do you figure he tries to get him on a hard count?
I wouldn't.
No?
He might try it. I think I'd just hand it to Cardenas or Ochoa.
Just try to get
Ochoa,
the one.
Who's
gut
the
it
deep
through.
back? Yep, I think I'd just go for the first down and reset it. Inside the Now Pharmacy red zone, they will hand it to Ochoa. He goes over right tackle and is inside the 10, being pushed forward. So 1st and 10, 1st and goal for the Wildcats as Cameron Ochoa takes it in 7 yards and moves the chains. Lovington speeding things up here. And they'll just hand it off again. Is coming near side. That is on
great.
Dallas, and he'll take it in. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Cardenas on the hurry up from 8 yards out. Takes it to the house, and Lovington goes up 25-7.
And I don't see who took him down, but there was a big tackle that took 3 Spartans down and kind of opened up and gave him room to make that cut back and then across the goal line.
The way he went, I'm thinking it was Valentin Herrera because he's on that side of the line.
Yeah, could have been Vasquez as well, but I did see a big lineman take down 2 or 3 of them right there.
Jose Ornelas on for the point after. Alec Olguin to hold. Snap is good, the hold is good, the kick is a line drive, and it is good. With 4:15 remaining in the third quarter, Lovington 26, Bernalillo 7. We're back in a minute. Wildcat football continues on Z94, KZOR Hobbs Lovington. On Dallas, Cardenas on an 8-yard dive takes it into the end zone. The point after by Ornelas is good, and the Cats go up 26-7. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. That drive, though, kept alive by some 36-yard heroics by Anson Marquez.
Okay.
So Marquez with that 36-yard completion that kept the drive alive.
Right.
Gave them a chance to do what they needed to do.
Then he got the ball, had a shorter carry, but helped move the chains.
Yes, he did. A 9-yard completion. So Marquez with a big drive in the receiving core. So now Ornelas will kick it away from the 40-yard line. Yanez is back deep to receive. 4:15 remaining in the third. And the kickoff, it is a low wobbler, and that one is going to wobble right on out of bounds back at the 20. Got to think Coach Kobos is probably going to take it at the 35 on the penalty for the kickoff out of bounds, and it looks like that is exactly what he'll do. So it'll be 1st and 10 from their own 35. That's where Bernalillo will take over. Beautiful night here in just north of Albuquerque in Bernalillo, New Mexico. As we click towards 9 o'clock, you got to think Bernalillo is going to have to pick the tempo up just a little bit here, trailing by 19.
After a very fast-moving first half, this third quarter is taking a while.
It certainly has. So Castro, high snap, he will hand it off. Yanez is hit in the backfield, and he is going to be brought down. Lovington not biting on anything. He's going to lose a couple of yards on the play. Brennan Garcia on that stop. Also to Marcus Thompson, a 1-yard loss for Yanez. So it'll be 2nd and 11.
And I think it was Angel.
So Angel Gonzalez too, okay.
Or number 80, Ramirez, Adam.
So 2nd down and 11 for Bernalillo. Clock continues to move, under 4 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. 26-7, Lovington in the lead. Twins left, Twins right. Yanez is the deep back as Castro waits on it. Going to move Yanez up to the shoulder. Good snap, good protection. Castro pump fake. Now he is hit, and he is dropped.
Ball's
Thompson,
loose.
and the ball is loose, and the Cats have it. The Cats have it. It's the strip sack fumble, and the Cats get it and coming out from it.
Woo!
And getting it done. Was that Cardenas who came out with it, or was that
It was 15.
so Hagen
Luzardo.
Luzardo. So they get the sack on Castro, and he coughs the ball up.
Yep.
And
Luzardo.
so the second turnover of the ball game, and Lovington football 1st and 10 from the Bernalillo 33-yard line. So from the 33-yard line, 1st down and 10. Lovington going to try and stretch their legs a little bit. Twins left, Twins right. Good snap, fake the handoff. Ashton looks to pass, goes left, throws it, wants it all in one play, gets it into the end zone. 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats to Cesar Gonzalez, 33 yards. And Coach G takes the gift and turns it into 6.
And I think the Spartans are looking around saying, did anybody catch that buck that just hit us?
Yeah.
Say what?
But we've got a flag on the play. It is coming back. It'll
so
be,
tough.
be holding against the Wildcats. This official has not signaled anything all night.
This is twice that this has happened to Lovington. What? First time it happened, they didn't let it stop.
No, they did not. Third penalty on the Cats tonight for 25 yards as I scratch the touchdown out of the book. And Don, I don't know if you can move around some, but we're getting a lot of interference up here. So it happened 5 yards in front of the line, so it'll be 1st down and 15 for the Wildcats. Move them back. Good snap, hand it off, and coming near side, big hole up the middle. Came in Ochoa. He's got up some blockers. One man to beat, 10-5. Stretches out and just misses the pylon. But he is still going to take it 38 yards, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Yeah. Just like it happened the first time when the Lovington holding penalty got that touchdown call back. They came right back and ended up marching down and getting in the end.
1st and goal for the Wildcats as hand it to Ochoa. Let him see if he can finish it off, and he is hit at the line and driven backwards. On the stop is Chosa, among others. So he's actually going to lose a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 3.
Come on.
So 2nd down and goal from the 3 for the Wildcats. 2:45 remaining here in the quarter. Lovington up 26-7 and trying to take advantage of a Bernalillo turnover.
A fumble and a recovery by
the
Lovington.
The fumble and recovery. Ochoa stays at the deep back. Aranda from the pistol formation. Hand it off, and nope.
Blown.
And he keeps it himself, and it's a blown play, and it'll be a sack as Aranda tries to get, and the offensive staff tries to get a little cute. It's going to be a 5-yard sack. 2nd of the night. Now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 8.
That was a blown. I tell you who had the biggest hand, and that was Espinda coming over just immediately like a knife through water.
So 2nd sack of the night for the Bernalillo defense. So now it'll be 3rd and goal from the 9 officially. Lovington has got to figure something out. So Ochoa going to stay on the left shoulder. Twins left, Twins right. Bernalillo shows blitz. Send a man in motion left to right. That's Olguin. Back to pass, and with time, Aranda looks, fires, goes to the back of the end zone, and overthrows his intended target, Anson Marquez. Incomplete. Anson out will be 4th and goal from the 9. It looked like he had Ochoa by himself running free over on that far left side. I just don't think he saw him because he had Mays McChristen in his face.
And running. I mean, he was getting it from both sides. He was about to become the middle of a Spartan sandwich. And, yeah, I think he just did not see that open receiver.
1:29 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, your home for Lovington Wildcat Sports. So they're going to keep Ochoa on the left shoulder. Ashton gets it. Three-step drop, looks, fires back corner of the end zone, lays it in, and did he get it? Yes, he did.
Yes.
6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats.
Anson again.
Anson Marquez from 9 yards out, and the Cats go up 32-7. Second touchdown pass of the night for Ashton Aranda. 23 attempts, 113 through the air. Marquez has been his favorite target tonight. He's got 54 yards. So now the point after to come. Lovington going to try and stretch this one out a little bit more. Right now, 32-7. As Olguin makes a quick count of the line, make sure everybody knows what's going on. The kick is up by Ornelas, and it is good. With 1:22 remaining in the third quarter, it's Lovington 33, Bernalillo 7. Back in a minute on Z94 KZOR. Hagen Lazardo has a strip sack off of and then a fumble, and then the Cats drive it down, and it caps off with a 9-yard touchdown pass to the back corner of the end zone to Anson Marquez. The point after is good, and with 1:22 remaining in the third, Lovington is in control of this one, 33-7. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. Don Morgan patrolling field side here at Spartans Stadium. I'm TJ Merrick. Of course, next week we'll be back on the friendly blue turf. Ornelas will kick it away. That is a high end over-ender.
Beautiful kick.
Yanez will field it at the 10, brings it out to the 15 to the 20, and is ripped down by Ochoa at the 23-yard line. So that's where Bernalillo will take over first down and 10.
And he just grabbed his shoulders and flipped him. That's how you tackle.
Yes, it is. So 1:17 remaining in the third. Cats going to try and keep this lead right where it is. The defense has done a nice job since that first quarter. See if
There's still a lot of football left to play. They can't afford to let their feet off the gas here.
No, they cannot. Lovington will put 4 men across the front, looks like. Bernalillo going to split twins left and 2 to the right from the near hash mark in the 23-yard line. Yanez is the deep back with Castro. Castro claps the hand, gets it, hands it to Yanez. He's being pursued immediately, takes it to the far sideline, and is tripped up behind the line. He's going to lose a couple of yards. Great pursuit by the Wildcat D on the far sideline over there.
Another Cameron Ochoa tackle.
Ochoa is playing like his hair is on fire tonight. We'll also want it'll be second down and 11. 55 seconds, 54, 53, 52, 51 seconds to go. Clock is running. I think Bernalillo may just, well, there's a lot of things you could do here. They might just want to keep it on the ground and run the clock out and come back and try and regroup in the fourth quarter. Second down and 11. Waiting on the snap. Ariel Castro gets it, looks to pass. Now he's going to be flushed. Rushes out of the pocket, comes up, and he slides down and gives himself up as he crosses the 25 out to the 26-yard line. That was a smart play. He winds up picking up, we'll call it 6 on the play. So Castro is just his first carry of the night.
He was coming up and looking at being
and they're just going to hold off and say, all right, let's flip the ends of the field and see what happens.
He was seeing Marcus Henderson coming up on him, and he decided, I think I'll slide and just go down myself.
I think I would too. So the third quarter is at an end. The Wildcats leading the Spartans 33-7. Back for the fourth in 1 minute on KZOR. Back for the start of the fourth quarter as the Bernalillo Spartans will have it 3rd down and 6. And the ball spotted at their own 28-yard line with Dawn Morgan Fieldside. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight on a beautiful evening for football here in
a little
North
chilly.
Central New Mexico.
Aranda was using the timeout to come over here and stretch out his calves, and I think the cold is starting to, the players are starting to feel it just a bit.
So Castro from the shotgun. Got Yanez in the backfield with him. Big 3rd down and 6. High snap, handles it. Looks to pass, has time. Flips it over to Yanez, and he is hit immediately. He's going to lose yardage. Great coverage by the Cats over on that far side of the field.
That was Thompson. Thompson hit him first.
It's a negative 3-yard completion, and so it'll be 4th down and call it 8. So just flipped it out there, the negative 3-yard completion. Yanez's first catch of the night. And so
yeah,
I'm thinking fake punt time here.
I think Josh Carrasco also was in on that stop along with DeMarcus Thompson there.
It was a good defensive stop no matter how you look at it. Again, watch for the fake here as they've got Olguin back deep to receive. Castro, high snap, handles it. He will kick it away. That's a pop-up, though. He was getting some pressure. Comes near side, bounces at the 40, takes a Bernalillo bounce and will bounce out. Probably, let's see where the side judge puts it, and he's going to say right at midfield. So the Cats will have it 1st and 10 with a 50-yard field to work with, 11:03 remaining on the clock. They lead it 33-7. And an update for you from Texaco. The Jowl Panthers apparently kicked it into high gear in the 3rd quarter, and they have taken the lead over Texaco in that one. I'll try and get you the exact score as it comes in. Of course, that's on the Jowl Sports YouTube channel. So the Panthers looking to stay perfect in Class 2A against probably their toughest remaining test of the season. So the Cats looking to improve to 1-0 in district here tonight. 11:03 on the clock to do it. 1st and 10 from the 50. Aranda from the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, throws it over the middle. Just a little dink and dunk. It works out to the 45-yard line. 5-yard
Anson,
gain.
I believe.
I think you're right. Anson Marquez.
No,
nope,
that was
Ochoa.
Yeah, Ochoa.
So 5 yards to
Saw
Ochoa.
The 2. I thought it was a 2-2. Came up as 2-4. And he let it go, and right as he let it go, he got just smashed.
And I think they're going to add some onto it, maybe. And we haven't had a. Yep,
yeah.
It'll be roughing the passer.
Yeah. I was pretty sure that's what I saw.
So 15 yards. That is the first penalty of the half for Bernalillo, but they've been whistled for 90 penalty yards tonight. So another 1st down for the Cats. That's their 20th 1st down of the night. Moves them all the way up to the 30-yard line inside of Bernalillo territory. Clock moves with 10:45 remaining in the ball game. Lovington can afford to just take their time, run some clock. Lovington going to put trips to the right, one to the left. Cardenas is the deep back. Aranda gets it, throws the screen near side. Marquez, about a 2-3 yard gain. He gets tripped up and then brought down by Molinar. So a 3-yard gain for Marquez, 2nd down and 7. Marquez with 57 receiving yards tonight. Aranda 121 through the air. So 2nd and 8 officially. Ball at the 28-yard line. Clock continues to move. We are under 10 minutes to play in the ball game. So the 2nd down and 8. Twins left, Twins right. Bernalillo 3 men across the front. Hand it to Cardenas. Makes the first guy miss, but the next 2 get him.
60 and 65 were the 2 guys on him.
And so that'll be Llanos and Ash stopping him. So he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And so now it'll be 3rd down and 8.
I think they're going to give him 2.
And timeout going to be taken by Lovington with 9:27 to go in the ball game. Lovington 33, Bernalillo 7. Back in a minute on KZOR. Facing a 3rd down and 7, the Wildcats take a timeout. They lead, though, 33-7. 9:27 to go, 4th quarter. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Spartan Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrolling the field turf there. Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing. So 3rd and 7. Twins left, Twins right. Ochoa is the back with Aranda. Good snap. Ashton handles it. 3-step drop. Fires, throws it, and overthrows Olguin. He had Olguin, but the fastball just a little bit high on that one.
Yeah, good pursuit on Olguin by, I'm trying to see, who was that? Was that number 1?
I believe that was Dominic Doss, number 7.
7.
So it'll be 4th down and about 7 for the Wildcats. And, yeah, they're going to go for it. You can pretty much bet on it. And that's, I think, the right call to do
Sure.
here. You
I
still
mean,
got
you're up.
lots of you're
Yeah,
up,
got
but
lots of-
but there's still a lot of football time to play.
Yeah.
After one more, maybe you don't, but
And they're deep in the Spartan territory.
yeah,
so.
they are. From the 27-yard line, 1st down, or rather 4th down and 6. Aranda being pressured, lets that one fly, puts up a wounded duck, and it'll be the 3rd over on downs for the Wildcats tonight.
Some little extracurricular there.
Oh, no, and we've got stuff going on in the backfield.
Yeah, it was when I looked and saw Aranda was pinned down, it looked like the Spartans were not letting him up. Looks like they were kind of pulling him back down, and it was odd.
I thought something.
And, I think one of the one of the backs or one of the Wildcats, were trying to take up for him, I think.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what you want your line and your guys to do. The Bernalillo coaches are not happy, but they are going to. And so it'll be over on downs, and it'll be Spartan football. Since it happened after the play, they will move them back 10 more yards, but it will be Bernalillo football. 15 yards from the spot, so they'll have it. Well, no penalty. They waved everything off, so they've got the ball at the 28-yard line, right where it was. So 1st and 10 for Bernalillo, 8:58 to go. I'm going to say I didn't see a flag, but I hadn't seen a signal all night. I've seen the flags. So now it'll be Castro. Back to pass, has time, lets it fly, goes down the middle, and overthrows
Pino.
His intended target, Pino, so incomplete. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
So Spartans really trying to
we
get
got a Wildcat down on the field.
Uh-oh.
And so a timeout for the injury with 8:51 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 33, Bernalillo 7 with the injury timeout. Will return. This is Wildcat football. Jaden Bosquez is up and walking. Just a cramp, fortunately, looks like.
Yeah, looked
So
like they were stretching out his right calf. Told you it's getting a little noticeably chillier down here, and it can have an effect on you. These guys are trying to stretch, being reminded to kind of stretch while they can on the sideline.
So it'll be a 2nd down and 10 for Bernalillo, trying to come back as the Cats up on them 33-7. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, and now we've got another whistle. All right, Bernalillo, I think they're just telling Bernalillo, come on out. So on a 2nd down and 10, Cats defense trying to hold the Spartans. Bernalillo struck first in the first quarter. They were up 7-0 after the first, but it's been all Lovington since then. One left, one right, bringing in a little more protection in the form of tight ends for Castro. He's back to pass, comes underneath and underthrown as he's trying to get Espinda, but incomplete. And so now it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Bernalillo. Of course, one thing about when they start passing on every down, and if you can't catch it, is it slows the pace.
Yeah, it's 4th down before you know it. And
well, but it also slows the pace of the game down because every incompletion clock stops.
The clock stops, yeah.
So 3rd down and 10 from the 28-yard line. Bernalillo got it, and Lovington misfired and sent it over on downs. So Castro from the shotgun. That's Molinar is the deep back with him this time on 3rd and 10. Lovington shows corner blitz. Now they move out of it as they do come from the weak side, and Castro gets creamed just as he lets the ball fly. No flag on the play as, again, for Espinda, again, incomplete. So that'll be 4th down and 10 now. But good pursuit on the backside there from the Wildcat D, Don.
Yeah, excellent. Great execution defensively. These guys are really they're on their man. They're hanging tough and grabbing, making good tackles. Yeah.
So 8 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the ball game. Lovington comfortably ahead, 33-7. But watch for the fake again because there's still time to make some things happen, and that's going to be another pop-up. And, yep, we're going to have roughing the kicker, and that'll be an automatic 1st down as the ball gets downed on the near side by Nate Encinias. But I think we're going to have a roughing the kicker, and it will be roughing the kicker on Lovington. And that's a personal foul, but that is not a good one because Castro is down. You don't want to see that happen. So it will be roughing the kicker on Lovington. So roughing the kicker, and that's a 15-yard personal foul on the Cats. Just their 4th penalty of the night, 40 yards. So it'll be an automatic 1st down for the Spartans. Their 5th 1st down of the ball game moves them all the way up to the 42-yard line. And you certainly hope that Castro is okay as he went down hard and got up limping a little bit. I think he stayed on the field though.
Yeah, he never left the huddle, and he doesn't even look like he's limping now. So probably some pain, but nothing permanent, I don't guess.
So from the shotgun, Yanez is his deep back, 1st and 10 after the penalty. Lovington showing blitz. Not going to bring the entire house, but they're going to bring a lot of it. High snap, handed off. Yanez brings it near side. He is hit behind the 40, gets away from 1, crosses the 42-yard line before Lovington swarms and will bring him down. And at the bottom of the pile is Brennan Garcia. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the play, 76 yards on 9 carries for Yanez. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, both Carrasco and Thompson got hands on him, I think, tried to get him down.
Most important for the Cats, though, is he stays in bounds, and that keeps the clock running. Under 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. Lovington leading 33-7. So it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Spartans. They get closer to Wildcat territory. Gun over the middle as
it looked like he was throwing at Hanson Marquez's feet.
Yeah, he threw it hard. I'm not sure exactly who he was throwing at. I think he was thinking that Espinda was going to run a slant, but didn't quite happen that way. It'll be incomplete, and so it'll be 3rd down and 8. Lovington's defense has played incredibly good on 3rd down for the most part this evening. Want to do it again right here, see if they can force another punt. 7:41 to go in the ball game. Lovington in control, but still a lot of football to play. High snap. Castro pump fake, fires, wants it all, goes down the far sideline and overthrows his intended target down there, Pino. So that'll be incomplete, and it'll be 4th down and 2.
Pretty good coverage, but he was a couple steps out in front of Cardenas, but that ball was way overthrown.
Pino just 2 of his last 10. So now it'll be 4th down and 8 for the Wildcats as Olguin going to go back and settle in just inside his own 30-yard line. I think if I'm the Cats here, I'll let him just go ahead and boot it away. As we've got side judge on this side telling them up, you need to reset the ball. And they do. So it'll be 4th down and 8. The Cats hollering at each other, watch the ball. Now Castro bounces into him. He'll get it away, though, somehow. Sneaks it through. The ball going to bounce, take a Bernalillo bounce inside the 25, back to about the 24-yard line.
It actually touched Doss. It actually, I don't know if anybody saw that, but it actually it hit his leg and bounced off before it came to rest.
Well, I guess not, because they're going to mark it at the 24.
Yeah,
so first and 10 for the Wildcats. 7:18 to go in the ball game. See what the offense can do here. See if they're going to try and do much. You've got to think they're going to try and just move the ball down the field, get some first downs. If they can get another score, great.
Yeah, but they can take their time with it.
Yeah, they don't have to be in a hurry about anything here.
Take their time, eat some clock.
From the 24-yard line, first down and 10. Twins left, Twins right. 3 men across the front for Bernalillo. Aranda from the pistol, fakes the handoff, rolls near side. Looking, fires, wants it all going down the seam, and just splits his men. Could have been for Olguin or for Garcia, but it'll be incomplete, and so that'll bring up second down and 10.
You know, that Lovington can take their time, but they've still got to move the chains as they
move
do
the
it.
clock.
Yeah.
I think I don't have a problem with them trying to get the one big chunk there, but now I think I'd just keep it on the ground and run some clock.
Just kind of move forward.
I mean, Aranda's already winged it 28 times tonight, I think, and we've got a foul on the play. I think pass interference. Yep, another pass interference call
against
the Spartans. 105 on 10 penalties for the Spartans, so that'll move Lovington all the way up to the 36-yard line, 37-yard line. Make that first down and 10. 21st first down for Lovington. Twins left, Twins right. From the shotgun, as always, Aranda fakes the handoff and then throws the screen, but nobody home.
There was a flag thrown.
So incomplete pass, but I don't see any laundry on the field.
Okay. Somebody picked something up. Somebody threw something. Yeah.
No, I guess.
It's not a flag, but I could swear that somebody picked up something.
So incomplete. As Ashton has misfired on his last 4 attempts. So from the 37-yard line, 38-yard line officially. Second down and 10 for the Wildcats. 6:49 remaining here in the ball game. We click towards 9:30 as this fourth quarter is dragging on.
Oh, Spartans jumped.
Yes, they did. Is getting a little bit antsy trying to jump in there was Ash and comes off sides. So it'll be off sides and give them 5, 2nd and 5 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Rhonda is laughing.
So the Spartans way too many penalties tonight. 11 penalties, 110 yards against them tonight. So 2nd and 5 for the Cats. I believe the Big Blue Band has vacated the premises. I just noticed that. But a good crowd on hand tonight making the trip up from Lee County. So 2nd and 5. And we've got another
Spartans
offside
jumped again.
As getting a little antsy that time. Over on that far side was number 57, Luciano Gallegos.
But here comes the our favorite ref.
And I think he's going to say maybe Lovington drew him.
Yeah, he's
not
happy.
And they're going to say, yep, the white cap does finally make a signal, and it's offsides on Bernalillo. So now 12 penalties, 115 yards, and it'll be an automatic first down for the Wildcats. Move the chains for the 22nd time tonight.
And you were mentioning a Big Blue Band. They used halftime since they couldn't march as a visiting band, I guess. They chose to, they played their halftime show. Instead of marching it, they played it.
Twins left, Twins to the right. High snap, Aranda handles it, hands it to Ochoa, who's hit behind the line, and the ball is out, but I think Lovington gets it back as that one popped into the hands of Ezekiel Guzman.
There's a flag over here on the near side over here.
I think Zeke's going to wind up with it. Yeah, there is a flag.
And that was 7 and 7 wrestling together. I don't know who did what.
So let's see. Now they're going to draw everybody in together.
Yeah,
Dawn, go see if you can join their conversation. I think
nice.
they'd let you.
Yeah, Garcia and Doss were just, almost hand-to-hand combat there.
Now, I think things may be getting a little bit chippy down there as we get later in the evening.
I think the Spartans definitely a little frustrated here.
And still waiting on a signal. Haven't gotten one.
Personal foul, number 7. Although that doesn't help us. I guess he's saying it's our 7. They're going to call Matt on it. But I can tell you, he was getting as good as he was given. And I don't know who went at it first.
As we continue to wait, nobody's moving anywhere. And so now the umpire has come in and is talking to the side judges. The head official has not made a signal, and it'll be personal foul on Lovington. And so it'll be, I get to mark down that Ezekiel Guzman caught a 5-yard gain on the fumble recovery, but then Lovington gets knocked 15 on a personal foul. So 55 penalty yards on 5 whistles tonight for the Cats, and so it'll move them back inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. We'll call it 1st and 20 for the Lovington Wildcats. 6 minutes exactly remaining here in this fourth quarter. Aranda from the shotgun.
Oh, Spartans jumped.
Spartans jumped again. They're trying to bring the heat.
That was 58 and 60 over here on this nearest side toward me.
Oh, another penalty for the Spartans. That is 3 consecutive offside penalties on the Spartans.
Unfortunately,
Ashton must just be the Pied Piper when it comes to snap counts in the ears of the Spartans. Still move them up 5. It'll be 1st down and 15 now as Lovington gets some of the penalty yardage back. .55 to go in the ball game as this one again is slowed to a snail's pace in this fourth quarter. As I think there's some discussion as to what's supposed to be on the clock. So now we're at 3:58 to go. There was 5:55 and now there's 3:50 on the clock. I don't know what in the world's going on here, Dawn.
Yeah,
this has been bizarre. We had that bizarre play at the end of the first half, and now they've taken a minute and a half off the clock. Minute and 40 seconds off the clock, and it's still going to run. Ashton with it. Back to pass. Comes near side. Lets it fly. Wants it all. Has Holguin. Holguin knocks it out of his hands. Good coverage by Yanez. So it'll be incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 15.
Still, I like the call.
So I guess there's 3:24 left in the ball game.
That's what they've got on the clock.
I'm sitting here next to one of the Bernalillo coaches, and we're both just we've never seen it before in our lives.
Strange. I did notice earlier that this clock jumps. It keeps ticking, but the display pauses. It'll pause anywhere from 2 to 3 to 5 seconds at times.
All right, so 2nd down and 15. Lovington football. We're going to call it 3:24 to go in the ball game. As Aranda changes the play at the line, audibles out of it in a 4-receiver set. Hand it off. Cardenas goes right side, takes it across the 50 to the 45 to the 40, tiptoes the sideline inside the 35 and down to the 30-yard line. Move the chains. 1st down Cats as Cardenas takes it a long way down. Needed 15 and got 28. 108 on the ground, 4 on Dallas. 23rd 1st down for the Cats.
That was the sweetest, most quiet handoff seen. That was so slick.
It was pretty slick. So from the 30-yard line, 1st down and 10, Wildcat football. Under 3 minutes to play now. Twins left, Twins right once again. Lovington going to try and put the exclamation point on their first win of the district season. Good snap, Ashton with it. Back to pass, has time, looks around. Now he's going to get flushed. Now he's going to go backwards, and we've got a huge block in the back. Bernalillo faithful wanting the hold and not going to get it.
Jaden Bosquez came along and just sat on the Spartan who was pursuing Aranda.
He did. Bosquez used Christian Llanos as a recliner there, and I wouldn't want Christian, or Jaden rather, using me as a recliner.
We do want to give a special thanks for Bernalillo Public Safety for being out of here.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 on the incompletion as Ashton just wings it away. Oh, still at the 30-yard line. 2.5 to play in the ball game. Lovington splits twins left, twins right. Single back in the backfield is Ochoa. Bernalillo shows blitz. Ashton gonna audible out, change the play at the line. Waits for it. It's picked up well by the line. Ashton rolls near side, just tucks it, takes it himself across the 25 to the 20, and then will tippy-toe out. They're actually going to say back at the 20-yard line. So I thought he got a little more than that, but okay. Ashton will get 10 on the play, and it should be enough to move the chains. First down for the Wildcats.
2:22 left on the clock.
And he steps out, and so it will stop the clock. Ball right at the 20. The Cats into the Now Pharmacy red zone once again tonight. I think there's only been one possession they've had tonight where they haven't gotten in the red zone. But only 4 touchdowns on the night to show for it. Go from the 20-yard line exactly. Another 4 receiver set this time from the near sideline. Deep back is Ochoa. Ashton gonna change the play as he audibles out of it again. Sees what Bernalillo's gonna try and do, looks like. Pitches it to Ochoa. Ochoa, right side, gets tripped up a little bit, and we got a flag. We do have a hold in the backfield, as grabbing on was Daniel Wall to keep his defender from coming up the blind side. But that ought to be a 10-yard hold on Lovington. And, yep, it will be holding on the Wildcats, so moving back 10. It goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. 6th penalty of the night on the Cats for 65 yards. So they'll move them backwards. Lovington leading 33-7. Bernalillo drew first blood in this one. Scoring in the first on a long running gallop by David Yanez. But it has been all Wildcats since then, scoring 33 unanswered points. Scoring started with the 11-yard strike to Cesar Gonzalez. And since then on Dallas Cardenas has banged in 3. Anson Marquez with a touchdown of his own. So 1st down and 20, ball back at the 30-yard line. 1:50 remaining. Ashton with it, pressured, steps up, gets through the pocket, splits the defenders, throws a wobbler into the end zone, and 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Is that Cesar?
That is
Gonzalez,
Olguin.
or Olguin.
So Olguin from 30 yards out has his 3rd catch of the night, but we've got a flag on the play, and we've got another hold. This one's coming back. That is the 2nd touchdown of the night I've had to scratch out of the book because of a hold. It's either that or it's actually nope. He let the ball go after he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Okay.
So wipe the 30 yards out. So past the line of scrimmage before you let it go. And I think he probably was. Then we'll move him back another 5 yards. 1:43 to go. So it's 1st down and not quite Santa Fe. So that'll take another
Isn't there a
touchdown
loss of
off
down?
the board.
Yeah,
That should be a loss of down. So it'll be 2nd and not quite Santa Fe. 5 more yards and we got to get there, but
2nd and 30.
yeah, 2nd and 25. So from the 35, they got to get it down to the 10-yard line. Aranda with it. Just handed off this time to Ochoa. Right side across the 30, still on his feet to the 27-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 for Ochoa. He's got 115 on the ground tonight. Cardenas with 108. Ochoa with 115. So now it'll be 3rd down and still a long way to go. But the clock going to continue to move. 1:15 remaining in the ball game, 33-7. Cats will go to 1-0 in district, 2-6 overall, but it is that 1-0 in district number that is the most important. Next week, Albuquerque Academy coming to town to the friendly confines of Wildcat Stadium. Lovington going to go jumbo, pull everybody in tight on the left side. Ochoa in the backfield with Aranda, under a minute to play. Hand it off to Kamen as he goes around, as he's across the 15 and down to the 13-yard line. So he's going to pick up another, that's about 18 on the carry.
That was
131 for Ochoa, and it's 4th down and about 2.
That was another very slick handoff. It was a sneaky one, and Ochoa was able to just look for that seam. There were a couple of good blocks opening up that little seam for him to go through as well.
20 seconds left on the clock. Lovington will have to snap it one more time. 4th down and 2. And it'll be Aranda. Rolls right side, looks, throws, goes for the end zone, puts up a jump ball, and it'll be incomplete. Over on downs again tonight, but it will not matter as the Wildcats will win this one as the clock expires. Our final tonight, Lovington 33, Bernalillo 7. Lovington 2-6 now on the year, but 1-0 in district with Albuquerque Academy coming to town. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with your Now Pharmacy postgame show. This is Lovington Wildcat Football on KZOR. Welcome to the Now Pharmacy postgame show. The Wildcats victorious tonight after making the trip up to Bernalillo. Our final again 33-7. With Dawn Morgan field side, I'm TJ Miracle taking a quick look at the final numbers in this one. For the Bernalillo Spartans, their quarterback Uriel Castro goes 7 of 22, 31 yards, no touchdowns, and 1 INT. On the ground, David Yanez leads the way. He has 9 carries, 76 yards, including a 43-yard touchdown. Diego Molinar, 2 carries, 9 yards, and Castro, 2 carries, 3 yards. He was sacked 1 time. So that's 31 through the air, 88 on the ground, 119 total. They were flagged 13 times, though, for 120 yards and penalties. For Lovington, Ashton Aranda goes 14 of 32, 121, and 2 touchdowns. And we'll finish the numbers after our coach's conversation from Bob's Thriftway.
Right in the middle of the field, right on the Spartan. I think this is good real estate to camp out and congratulate Coach G and the Wildcats on your first district win. May there be more. You guys, a slow start. Bernalillo drew first blood, but then you guys shut them down, scored 33 unanswered points. You're the defensive specialist. How were you able to keep them from scoring and get the offense rolling, Coach?
We just settled in. I think defensively for us, that very first score that they had, we just overran it. We were being too aggressive and ended up slipping through there and ended up scoring. So we settled down defensively. I was real proud of our defense. Felt like in the second half they were going to try to push the ball vertical a little bit, and so got in some different coverages. So our defense did good. I was proud of them. Played unbelievably hard.
Yeah, and the offense, not too shabby either, especially having really basically two touchdowns called back, right?
And when I came back out after half, the whole officiating crew came up to me and said, Coach, we were wrong. You cannot end the half on a defensive penalty like that. So that's our mistake. And so it's like I told them, I make plenty of mistakes too. So I'm not the kind of coach that's going to choose somebody's tail out because we didn't get a call. It is what it is. It's going to learn to make them better. And so, and then, I felt like there towards the end of the game, they were kind of, the officials were a little bit on edge. I felt like they didn't want us to get into the end zone. But again, we got to be able to respond to that. And so finished the game extremely well. And so I asked our football team to have a 1-0 mentality the whole week. Fight like crazy. You want to be 1-0, and I think our football team did that, and I'm really proud of them.
Yeah, 2 straight wins now. And how tough is it to come off of a bye week, 2 weeks of no game, and then come out and expect them to just play like their hair was on fire, which they did?
Oh, absolutely. My biggest concerns coming out of a bye is conditioning and then ball security. So I felt like we took care of the football. We didn't turn it over. The only times we did turn it over was on 4th down. And so we took care of the football. We took their football away, had a block on pump block. That one last penalty, I think, Hagen Lazardo would have had a chance to have another one. And so, but we took care of the football. Conditioning wasn't a factor. I think you get out of a rhythm. I felt like we were in a really good rhythm against Santa Fe High, and you kind of fall off of that. And I think that was part of the problem at the start, just had to get back into the rhythm of it, but really proud of our offensive line. We ran the ball extremely well. Both running backs did a great job of running the football, so we're going to use this, learn from it, and we got to get ready to go. I know Academy's going to be hungry. They got beat tonight by Portales, and so they're going to give us everything they got, and that's like what I told our football team. You're the defending Class 4A state champions.
It's a big target on your back.
Absolutely, and when you come out here to play, everybody's going to play their very best football because they want to beat you, and so if we don't prepare with that mindset, we're going to get caught in situations like we were at the first of the game, and we're not good enough to do that. Nobody's good enough to do that. Start off slow and then pick it up. Nobody's good enough to do that. And so that's a good learning lesson for us as a football team, and we'll use it moving forward next week.
All right. What is the big preparation going to be against Academy for this week?
I'm real interested to see what they do offensively from an offensive standpoint. They lost 2 of their very best offensive players. And one of them was a really good defensive player, so they've kind of changed what they've done defensively. So just going to have to kind of see how they play Portales tonight. And so, but I mean, they're a physical group. They're going to try to run the football. They got a really good quarterback, really tall quarterback. And so, we're just going to have to dial in. We got to eliminate our mistakes, and we made plenty of those tonight. And so if we can fix ourselves, and we'll be ready to go.
All right. What was your final message to the team in the huddle tonight?
Keep that 1-0 mentality. Every single day. It doesn't matter. I mean, we've got to keep looking straight ahead of what's in front of us.
Next 2-0.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So hats off to the past. We'll enjoy this for a little while. We got a long bus ride home. Right. We can enjoy it then, but coming tomorrow, we need to, put our hard hat on and go to work.
Final home game of the season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's senior night. And so that's something that I talked about with them at the end of it. That's the last one that I can guarantee this class of 2023. What happens after that, it's out of my control. I don't have any control over that. So, I mean, we have an obligation to coach our tails off and play our tails off for that class of 2023, because that is the last guaranteed time that they'll play on the blue turf.
All right, we'll be there.
Awesome. Can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Excellent.
thank you very much, Dawn Morgan, and our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. 2 Lovington Wildcats, as you heard Coach G mention, over 100 yards tonight. Ochoa with 131 on the ground. Cardenas with 108. Cardenas with 3 rushing touchdowns. Ashton Aranda also contributed 67. 306 total rushing yards tonight for the Cats. 121 through the air, 306 on the ground. 427 is the total. So Lovington goes to 1-0 in district, and that's the important number here tonight. So I'm being told I need to wrap things up. So, all right, as we came in, Lovington started off a little bit slow, but they turned it on in the end and got the big victory, 33-7, our final score here in Bernalillo tonight. So with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one, as the Cats have taken the 1-0 district lead going into next week. For Evie Stuber in studio engineering and producing, for Dawn Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Bernalillo. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.